It's the teams coming out onto the pitch at Pittodrie for tonight's cup tie, and that means it's my cue to hand over to Liam.
The holders and 8-time Scottish Cup winners up against the twice winners as Aberdeen go head to head with Motherwell, who haven't won this tournament, indeed haven't won any major silverware since that famous day. And the McLean brothers going head to head at Hampden in that wonderful Scottish Cup final in 1991, 4-3 after extra time. Steve Kirk doing what he'd done in the entire tournament, as he ultimately decided that it would be Tommy McLean who got the better of Jim. A wonderful showpiece it was. It wasn't a magnificent game of football when Aberdeen won it last season, but they didn't care about that as they beat Celtic on penalties. But it's a huge test for them this evening against one of the form sides, not just in Scotland but across the European leagues as well. There's a wind howling through Pittodrie just now, bitterly cold as well, as the two captains, Graham Shinney and Paul McGinn, exchange handshakes with the referee, John Beaton, down below us. It promises to be a huge night for both clubs. Aberdeen's season pretty much rests on it, as they look to beat Motherwell, incredibly, in the Scottish Cup at home for the first time. They've never managed it before. Before kick-off, there's going to be a minute's applause for Tommy McMillan, the former Aberdeen defender who passed away at the age of 81. Recently, he was part of the side that won the Scottish Cup in 1970. And that win, and it was a fabulous 3-1 victory over Celtic, featuring, I think, 7 Lisbon Lions started that match. Tommy McMillan was in the defence with Martin Buchan, Henning Ball and Jim Hermiston. They won 3-1. Derek Cup tie Mackay doing what Steve Kirk did 21 years later, scoring, I think, just about every round. Joey Harper got the other one. And it's a minute's applause for Tommy McMillan. Good side, that one, the Eddie Turnbull one, Willie, wasn't it? All those years before you guys had your success, Tommy McMillan very much part of that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Fabulous manager, and a wonderful side as well. Of course, when I came to Aberdeen, it was 1971. Of course, that Scottish Cup was in the boardroom when I went through the door, initially. Took a long time to repeat that, but that was a wonderful team. And Tommy, magnificent guy as well, really nice guy and a very good footballer.
The Scottish Cup's in the boardroom right now at Pittodrie's. Aberdeen kick off in the all red, going right to left towards the beach end. Motherwell in their aqua blue colours, going left to right towards the red shed King Street end. And it's Regan Charles Cook, one of 6 alterations in the Motherwell starting 11 from the one that started against Aberdeen in the league at Fir Park on Sunday. Aberdeen making 4 changes from that one. Who will settle the quicker? You would think it would be the visitors, who are favourites coming to Pittodrie against the holders. As Liam Gordon, who won this tournament with St Johnstone in 2021, gets it to Priestman and goes back to the young goalkeeper Matty Connolly. He clears, got a nice early touch, he'll be happy with that. The 22-year-old spent the first half of the season on loan at Airdrieonians, though he did squeeze in a couple of League Cup group appearances for Motherwell right at the start of the campaign. His manager knows him well, as Stephen O'Donnell picks up a throw-in on this near side. He's starting at right back. Aberdeen with Protvite in goal. It's Devlin, Milne, McIntyre, Frame, Shinnie, Milanovic, Cameron, Geiger, Keskin and Nisbet. And for Motherwell, Connolly in goal, O'Donnell, McGinn, Gordon, Sparrow, Björgolfsson, Priestman, Fadinger, Charles Cook, Just and Maswinise. Motherwell up the pitch here, and it is Just who got the first goal in the 2-0 victory at the weekend, who takes the throw back to O'Donnell, infield to Fadinger, back to Gordon, and then it goes back to Connolly. He's come to the midway point of his own half. So already Motherwell have settled into possession here. It's not great conditions, but the pitch is looking decent despite the atrocious weather we've seen in the northeast since the turn of the year. It's played out to Sparrow on the far side. and he fires it back to his goalkeeper. Interestingly, Motherwell, I think they've only surrendered possession in 4 matches this season in the Premiership. One was at the weekend against Aberdeen, and it's a mistake at the back there, and Cameron goes down at the edge of the box, and he was going through. Is this yellow or red here? This might be a red card. John Beaton sends him off. Motherwell down to 10 men. And to be fair, I don't think the referee's got any option there. Lyle Cameron looked like he was going through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and it's an absolute nightmare for Motherwell.
You don't need VAR for that. It's a stone wall, and you can see it. He turns, he wipes him clean out. But to be fair to the defender, I don't actually think he means to go to ground. He just loses his footing. Priestman it is. He's recovering. He slips, and as soon as he slips, it's his left foot that goes. It's his closest to him, which makes contact with him, with Cameron. And as soon as he makes contact, you can see it. He's just lost his footing. You can't debate it. It's a red card.
Yeah,
it's very unfortunate, isn't it?
It's a goal scoring opportunity, isn't it? Cameron's right through, and you could, you know, you can feel sorry for Priestman. He did slip. You could see that when you get the replay, but he's wiped Cameron out. And Cameron, but it's a goalkeeper, isn't it? It's Connolly with the poor pass. I mean, it's gifting. It's gifting Aberdeen the opportunity.
Yeah, that decision, the red card for Priestman's just been confirmed by the VAR. So Motherwell are down to 10, and we've not even, well, that was 2 minutes into the game.
It comes about though. Motherwell have got a lot of possession. You can see what Aberdeen are trying to do. They've got their shape. They're sitting in a 4-2-3-1, allowing Motherwell to pass the ball about the back. But Connolly, as the way Motherwell play, Connolly steps in as a goalkeeper and makes it a back three, so they've got an overload. But he tries to roll it into midfield, Willie, and as soon as he rolls, it's a straight pass, and it gets stole. As soon as it gets stole, they just play the forward pass. But because Motherwell are so expansive defensively, Gordon's out of position, but he's also playing Cameron on, so it's definitely
and Aberdeen have a chance from Nisbet with a free kick, deflected in. Kevin Nisbet finds the net, into the right corner it goes. She whips it round the wall. It's double jeopardy for Motherwell, who have just gone down to 10, and Aberdeen, the holders, take the lead inside 4 minutes. Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0.
Listen, it's not as if you're going to say that's a wicked, powerful free kick. He almost picks his spot, but I think it takes a little deflection, by the way. I think there's a deflection on it that takes it in. You know, it's almost like he's kind of driving it slow. It's the side for the goalkeeper. I think the goalkeeper should actually get it, even if it does take a little deflection. It's hard to see in the replay, but it looked in real time that it just glanced off someone that kept it inside the post. You don't think the goalkeeper should have got it?
I think the goalkeeper, he has to make, it's hard saying he should get it when it takes a deflection so close to him, but it's not even in the wall, Willie. It's
away again here, Aberdeen. Cameron sliding it right side. Nisbet was almost in again, but it's cleared by Sparrow. Out to this near side it comes to Mitchell. Frame taking on Maswinise, down to the corner flag, low ball across, and Nisbet stabs it behind for the goal kick. It's the start of his dreams for Peter Leven and for his Aberdeen players and for these Don supporters who've turned out tonight.
It certainly is. When you look at that, you can't. It's sending off after what, 2 minutes? Jim, we were talking with Jim Goodwin before it, saying after 12 last night, 2 minutes tonight, and Motherwell find themselves down to 10. But not only that, you're down to 10 men, you're thinking don't concede straight away in the free kick. And as we're saying, Liam Gordon's not part of the wall. He's standing at the side of it, and it comes off. It looks like to me as if it comes off his hip, but it just moves it slightly inside the post. Goalkeeper should maybe do better, but again, it gets Aberdeen in front. You can see their tails are up now.
It's the side the goalkeeper should be guarding as well, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see it. That's what the wall's there for, to guard the other side.
Maswinise meantime has won his team a corner down this right hand side off Frame, so it's a Motherwell corner on this main stand side, and Elijah Just is over it already, left footed in swinging delivery coming up. Motherwell then a player down and a goal down in the infancy of the tie. In from Just, a decent one. Broadbite gets a little fist to it, and the referee sounds his whistle, and Aberdeen will have a free kick inside their own penalty area off the back of that corner. But Willie, just a fabulous start for Aberdeen in the end.
It is. I'm thinking before the goal, you know, you've got a young goalkeeper in there, you've got to get him tested. You didn't have to get him tested. He tested himself and he failed. You know, he looked very nervous with his pass out prior to the one that caused the goal as well. So, you know, problem. Maybe Peter Leaman says just leave a goalkeeper with it, and that's one way to test them.
Yeah, you can see that. You can see the one that Willie's talking about. It gets passed back to him. He takes a touch. Dilly-dally's on it, and then before you know it, he's got under pressure, has to clear it. But it's a straight pass into the middle. See if Aberdeen keep the tempo up just now, at what they've started at, and go and see they've got themselves in front. Can they go and test them again? Can they get themselves further in front? They can kill the game quickly. But the longer the game goes on at 1-0 for Motherwell, they've always got a chance.
Well, look, I know there's a lot longer to play tonight, clearly. But when Fanninger was sent off against Rangers last week, Rangers players, and I did ask Danny Rule after the match if they had almost thought that they had the job done, but they were only 1-0 up and they were made to pay the price at the end. Aberdeen have got a lot longer to try and make hay, and Motherwell have got a lot longer to cope with 10 men, and that's a ball over the top for Milanovic. He's on left-hand side of the Motherwell box at the byline. He's going to have to settle for the corner, though. He did have Keskinen behind him at the left angle of the 6-yard box.
Leave it to Keskinen. Sorry, leave it to Keskinen. I think Milanovic was rather greedy there. Keskinen's coming in off the left-hand side. It's Geiger, isn't it? It's a delightful little clip pass forward. There's a big chance, but I thought that Milanovic should have left it for Keskinen to have a strike.
That's a huge prize on offer. Quarter-final against a lower league team, albeit a Dunfermline side knocked Hibs out. It will be a Lyle Cameron corner in front of the Pataudry tunnel. He rolls it side foot to the left angle of the box for Geiger. Back to Cameron. It's a clever ball across, headed away by Paul McGinn, and then the clearance is helped on its way out of the box on the far side. Milanovic gets onto it under pressure from Charles Cook. Lovely spin from the Aberdeen number 11 attacking the box. Rolls it back to McIntyre at the edge of the area. Tries to flick it into the box. It's Nisbet in his effort. Snapshot is held onto by Connolly. It was a low effort as Aberdeen looked for a quick second here. They lead 1-0. We played almost 9 minutes of Pataudry.
Well, Milanovic has started sharp. He started the game really well. He's coming off the right channel, making runs across the back line. It's causing problems. But to me, I'm looking at Motherwell. They haven't changed anything from the front. They've still got their front three. They've still got Just in the 10, and Fadinger's just going to play in there. He's Selby, the looks of it. So fair play. They're going to be brave. They're not mixing it up, and it will certainly be a case of they're still going to try and keep possession, but are Aberdeen going to go and press more aggressively because they've got an extra man?
It's played to Fadinger, back into his own box for the skipper McGinn. Flicks it forward to Charles Cook in the midfield and gets it out to O'Donnell on this near side. Nice shimmy away from Keskinen. It's a long ball by O'Donnell down the left. Björk Olsen chasing and Milne clearing, and out for a throw-in to Motherwell on the far side. It's bowled back by Sparrow to McGinn. He's level with the edge of the centre circle in the Aberdeen half. Steps away from Cameron and then turns it back the way to Fadinger, who'll shift it from the left to the right of the centre circle via Liam Gordon to O'Donnell on the near side. Down the line from Asmanise. Not a great touch, one back by Shinnie, and out with Keskinen. Now he drives forward down the left-hand side, but it's a poor ball to Shinnie, and it goes out for a throw-in on this near side. It was an early goal for Aberdeen in the last round against Raith Rovers, scored by Jack Milne. That proved to be enough. I know Neil Lennon is here this evening to watch this one, the Dunfermline manager, with his team up against the winners of it. That's knocked forward there. Milne will cover across up against Charles Cook on the far side. Was he caught by Charles Cook? And yes, he was. Free kick Aberdeen over on the far side. John Beaton might have to have a word with the former Ross County player this time. Man who scored the winning goal in the League Cup tie between these two back in September.
Yeah, he's definitely have to have a word with him. You know, there's no way he's getting that ball. He slides in. He actually catches Jack Milne in the ankle as he's playing it away. I've played against many sneaky players like that. They just come in as you're playing the ball away, and they look innocent. He didn't get a yellow card for that. No. It's usually the forward ones. Well, you get in the centre back gets into the full back area, and it's just a case of leaving one. How many times do you come through the back of them when the ball's getting played up to them though? No, never, Joe.
That's a good ball, Aberdeen, down that right-hand side they come. Geiger managed to find Milanovic, and now it's Cameron in space. Rolls it with the right foot to the left angle of the box for Keskinen. He's attacking O'Donnell, cuts into his right. Important intervention by Maswinise back helping. Aberdeen still have it. Cameron to Nisbet, back to Cameron, shoots, and the goalkeeper has tipped that one over as he dived to his right. Another Aberdeen corner. It's Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0 in 11.5 minutes.
That's a lovely piece of play, isn't it? Although, you know, you think Keskinen should do better initially, but the little 1-2 between Nisbet and Cameron, and then Cameron having the strike at goal. Hey, it's a good save. It's a good save for Connolly.
Yeah, it's going in, I think, Willie, if he doesn't get the fingertips to it. It'll be a corner then, again in front of the tunnel as the Aberdeen left as they attack the goal to the left. Cameron taking it short to Milanovic, back to Geiger, and then to Cameron, who dumps it back into the centre circle for Frame. There's a corner and a chance to put the Motherwell defence under pressure. Aberdeen have ended up back closer to their own half here, but it's a long ball by Shinnie, hangs in the wind. Milne gets his head to it, it's flicked half away by Fadinger. It's Cameron who hits it in the half volley, it's blocked. And then McIntyre gets his head to it. Cameron knocks it up into the air. Shinnie does too with the head for himself as he controls with his left knee there, and then turns away from Charles Cook. Brilliant from the Aberdeen captain, driving up to the edge of the box. Couldn't resist the shot, takes a net. It's a comfortable one for the goalkeeper this time. It's Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0. 13 minutes in, Aberdeen pushing for that second goal, which could be so crucial.
Yeah, they are. There's a bit of intensity about them as well, a bit of bite in the middle. You can see it with Shinnie, but the area I like Lyle Cameron, and he's actually playing there tonight. He's playing slightly advanced. We thought it was a 4-3-3. It's almost 2 sitting, and Cameron being the 10, and he's able to go and get on the ball, Liam, just in between the lines and start to drive and play passes wide. But not only that, see round about the box when it's on to play sharp passes, 1-2s, the intricate ones that he's really good at. That's when he's coming alive. So he's got a big say in the game tonight.
And Tony Docherty obviously being at Pittodrie now will be of a help to Lyle Cameron, reunited after their time at Dundee. It's a long one for Motherwell as Milne heads it away from Björgolfsson, has to come over and covers and knocks it out into the main stand down below us. Motherwell throw-in level with the Aberdeen 18-yard line. Tawanda Maswinise is over it. He's just going to leave it for O'Donnell. Willie.
Jack Milne did well there, because the referee's body language was he put the whistle up to his mouth to blow. Well, it was a free kick, wasn't it? Yeah, and they took the free kick really quickly, and it didn't look as though it looked as though he was going to blow the whistle and bring play back, but he didn't, and Jack was left 1v1. So I think the young centre back did extremely well to be on his toes and be alert to deal with that situation.
Aberdeen goal kick. Meantime, Elijah just thought that was a corner. Might have been a case actually. Could have gone either way there, but anyway, it's gone Aberdeen's way, and things are going Aberdeen's way at the moment. That 1-0 lead given to them by Kevin Nisbet's free kick after the Oscar Priestman red card inside the opening couple of minutes. It's Geiger at the edge of his own box here, and on paper at least looks a fabulous signing. He's had injury problems.
They've got 4 forward. Sorry, by the way, they've got 4 forward, John, Motherwell.
Yeah.
They've got a man sent off and they're playing with 4 forward.
He's not got much wrong this season, in fairness, Jens Bertalascu. I just wonder if he'd put Callum Ward in from the start, if he knew what was going to happen at the start of this match. As Keskinen, low ball across, Nisbet on the turn, couldn't find Shinnie, he was behind them. And Motherwell clear their lines through Björgolfsson. Milne picks up in the centre circle, finds Geiger, side foots it square to Cameron. He's got Keskinen ahead of him, rolls it out to Frame, level with the edge of the D of the Motherwell box, and then back to Tom McIntyre, who arrives after a spell at Portsmouth. Big switch of play by McIntyre, looking for Devlin, he can't find him. Sparrow's a covering player right in front of a healthy contingent of Motherwell supporters on the far side, and it will be a goal kick in the end for the visitors, and it will stay 1-0 Aberdeen.
Usually after you go down to 10 men, you change something, as in you say for instance you get 4-4-2, you'll maybe go 4-4-1 or you go 4-3-2, you lose a man somewhere. Motherwell have still kept Björgolfsson through the middle. They've got Charles Cook on the left, Elijah just in the middle, Maswinise over this side, and they've just left Fadinger in the middle as a sole midfielder. Keep him 4 up, still prepared to press in the same way. and they're actually getting somewhere with it because he's been brave. Don't be wrong, I don't see Fadinger coping for the full game, full 90 minutes in here himself. But they're certainly going to have a go. They're not going to go out this cup tie just sitting and try and stay in a shape and deny Aberdeen space.
Risk and reward, which has been the mantra really for Askew since the start, and
it worked last week.
It did. As I said earlier, there was less of the game for them to cope with being a man down, but they ultimately kept their unbeaten run going. Haven't lost since the defeat to Rangers at Ibrox. That's their only one in memory, really. It's been a quite wonderful sequence of results for the Steelmen. Shinnie looks to get it out to Devlin on the far side. McGinn with the header away. Milanovic can't control. It's now with Tom Sparrow, who rolls it to Charles Cook. Infield to Just, who's popped up on the far side, and there's the challenge there from Milanovic, was it? Over there.
I don't know what Milanovic is wagging his finger at. Listen, it's a two-footed tackle. It's at least...
It's a yellow.
He puts one foot in and then he whips his other foot through the ball. I mean, it's a yellow card, but the other one was a yellow card in my opinion as well. It's the same idea. Not getting really near the ball, lunging into tackles and catching the opposition. Yellow card. Was even a yellow card in our day. Oh, my day, sorry, John.
Thanks,
I'm just slipping the tongue.
These things happen. 17 and a half on the clock. Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0. Yellow card for Milanovic. Free kick to Motherwell, level with the edge of the centre circle in their own half. Long one from McGinn. Devlin's covering. It's it back to Brock. Fights not a great clearance out. It's gone straight to Just, who's then fouled by Shinnie. Oh no, says the referee. Play on. Geiger's got it to Keskinen, and suddenly Aberdeen are away in a counter. Toppy Keskinen then tackles himself, and the ball ends up back at Geiger, who's managed to get it to Frame wide on the left hand side. Sure what happened with Keskinen there. But he managed to retrieve the situation as Frame rolls it back to McIntyre in his own half and into the centre circle for Milne and out to Devlin. Looked like a really promising attack for Aberdeen there. I think Motherwell would have had a protest had anything come of that.
See, be fair though, Liam, to Eliza Just credit, he never moaned, he just got on with it. So it might, John Beat might have got it right, it might not have been a foul because just got up, and you don't see it with forward players very often, but he sprints back 30-40 yards to get back behind the ball. It was a 2v2 for Aberdeen as well.
It's Lyle Cameron for the Dons, just inside his own half, forward to Shinnie. Rolls it out to the right hand side for Devlin, looking for Milanovic. Gordon comes to meet him, level with the Motherwell 18-yard line. Faces away from goal and finds Cameron. Infield to Geiger. His ball back to Milne, plays it short to Shinnie. It's right of the centre circle. Graham Shinnie, a decade between winning the Cup with Cali Thistle and doing it with his hometown club last May. He finds Milanovic, and back it comes to Jack Milne. Side football to Geiger. Geiger then changes pace, comes forward, rolls it with the right foot to the left side there for Frame. Onto the touchline for Keskinen. And back to Mitchell Frame, who goes back to McIntyre. A little bit of the zest has gone out of the early Aberdeen flow, which would have been helped by the opening goal, of course. Long ball, Shinnie looking for Keskinen, headed away by O'Donnell. Nice touch by Maswanise, but they've lost it in the middle there, and Cameron has it, gets the edge of the box, shoots, and the goalkeeper holds on. Down to his left is Connolly. It stays Aberdeen 1, 10-man Motherwell 0.
Yeah, you can see what Cameron's trying to achieve there. Didn't just pull it off, but he's coming in for the left-hand side. He sees the far post as his target. You know, he hits it with a bit of curl, but there's not enough power in it. It's not wide enough either. But he's going to be a threat, Lyle Cameron, because he's playing in that area where Motherwell have only got the one man, and he's finding plenty of room. Yeah,
and Geiger's found Cameron again to the right-hand side of the D of the Motherwell box for Milanovic. His effort is blocked. It spins out to this near side, kept alive by Frame. Gets it back from Keskinen. Now it's with Cameron. Leaves it for Geiger. And now Cameron's good play by Aberdeen. Cameron looking to get back onto a 1-2, but it's mopped up by Liam Gordon and out for an Aberdeen throw-in, level with the Motherwell 6-yard line on the main stand side.
He's having a growing influence in the game, isn't he, Lyle Cameron? Just by the areas he's picking up, because they have got an overload in the midfield, but he's always on the diagonal from where the ball is. And I don't mean a big diagonal, Liam, I mean diagonal, so Shinnie's stepping in, he's peeling away on the right hand side. If Geiger's stepping in, he's peeling away on the left hand side, but he's also off the back of Fadinger's shoulder, so it becomes a problem for Fadinger. And if Fadinger doesn't go to the ball, Cameron becomes the spare one. If he stays with Cameron, then Shinnie can drive into space, so he can't really win in that scenario. But Lyle Cameron, the way he picks up space, but he's not only that, he's always in a half turn, so he can drive in and play the wee passes for the Aberdeen front line to move.
It's McGinn for Motherwell over on the far side. He runs, gives it to Sparrow, goes back to his goalkeeper. So the ball clipped forward there by Connolly. Out to this near side, he's found O'Donnell, gets it forward early. It's a diving header away by Milne under pressure from Björgolfsson, and then Geiger's caught his man there, and there might be another card coming. There is. It's a yellow for Geiger, the Aberdeen midfielder. This time, and he's left one of the Motherwell players lying in a crumpled heap just to the right of the centre circle.
I don't think he can pull out of that, will
he? No, it's a wee bit high, but I don't think there's too much.
Fadinger.
No, when you see it slow, John, I think he just comes through the ball and catches the top of his thigh. So maybe the referee got it right.
Well, need to be careful though, Aberdeen, because it wouldn't be the first time you see a balance redressed with regards to a red card for the opposition, and they are checking for a possible red card for serious foul play here off the back of this.
I don't think it's serious foul play. Do you? I mean, a yellow card, a high boot. He's going for the ball.
He's going to VAR. He's going to screen.
Oh wow!
See that this is what it goes too far, because the ball bounces. What I mean is he can't hold back. It's a 50-50. The ball's bouncing. Geiger goes to kick through it, but as he goes to kick through it, the ball can, I don't mean stand still, but because it's in the air, it's moving, but he can't pull out of that. And as he goes to kick through it,
that's when you see what the studs are, though. John Beaton's made his mind up, and here we go. It's going to be red, yellow upgraded to red. It's going to be 10 against 10 now. All of a sudden, Dennis Geiger ordered off, and he follows Oscar Priestman for an early bath. 10-man Aberdeen 1, 10-man Motherwell 0. Game on again.
I know what Liam's saying, Willie, when you see it, when it's the screen's frozen, it looks like sending off. But see if we're going to send people off for that, the game's gone. The game's not football anymore. I know what you mean when it's a frozen picture. It looks like a horrendous challenge, but it's not by any. He goes to win the ball and he's followed through. There's nowhere else he can put his foot. So is he going to stop? See if he stops. There's 18,000 people in this stadium slaughtering him for being chicken-hearted. Now that's not right for me. Geiger's wholehearted, went in for the challenge. The ball's in there. He's went to win it. Liam Gordon, I think it's Liam Gordon that it connects with. He's not wanting him sent off.
No.
He's went for it wholeheartedly as well. I feel for Geiger there. The first one's a sending off. That's certainly not.
No, you know, and I think you can catch. Listen, we've already had 2 incidents where a player has been caught and there's been no yellow card, no red card shown. In fact, there wasn't a yellow card for the first one. I think there was a yellow card for the second one. And for me, I'm with you. I think he gets a little bit of the ball. I mean, it is a high boot as well, but he's got a perfect view of that. John Beaton's got a perfect view of it as well. All I would say is Geiger's got enough experience not to go into challenges like that. That's the only thing.
Here's the other part. VAR was introduced for an obvious error. Is that an obvious error for John Beaton? He's right beside it. In my opinion, makes a good decision. He books him, plays ready to go on, and now all of a sudden we've got 10v10.
Yeah, but it's a big boost for Motherwell, that for sure. For Jens Bertalascu, whose side did not concede again after that first goal went in the period where they were a man down. So 10 against 10 at Pittodrie, as it was here when Aberdeen played Livingston recently.
The atmosphere in the stadium's changed now. You can hear the Motherwell fans as well. The Aberdeen fans go quiet. There's a lot of different things going on now. It's the emotion in Aberdeen. Lyle Cameron's got a different role. Shinnie's now going to play a different role. Is Aberdeen going to change their system? Motherwell have stuck to it. They're 4-1-4.
Yeah, they're just going to keep going, aren't they? I mean, especially now. So McGinn carries out of defence. Little dummy from Just, but it breaks to McIntyre, who plays it to Milne, who goes back for Brotveit. It's going to be an important few minutes, you feel, for Aberdeen here, because they need no reminding the woeful form that they've been in. Started the game well, and that's another. But it's not just the fact they're down to 10 men, it's the fact Dennis Geiger's gone off, and he looked pretty classy out there, Willie.
Yeah, he was influential, and you could see that he had the capability to play the telling pass as well. So he will be missed, but it levels up the game, doesn't it? It levels up the competition out there. So Aberdeen have got to. They didn't take advantage when they had the extra man. They've now goal level, and it's a huge challenge for them. They've got the lead, absolutely, and that's important. But I think it makes it, from an all-round point of view, it makes an interesting game now, doesn't it? It makes it an interesting contest at the back to 10 men each.
That's more space on the pitch too for both teams.
Especially with a busy schedule ahead for both. You're playing, 65, 70 minutes with 10 men. Well, Aberdeen's case, Motherwell 88 minutes with 10 men.
And maybe more. Could be extra time. As Nisbet picks up in the centre circle, lays it back to Cameron. First time ball with the right foot, bends it in towards Keskinen on the left. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can. Keskinen has it facing O'Donnell. Attacking the box, low ball across, cut out by Masvinise, and then the free kick was Motherwell's way. Not sure if it's bounced off his arm or what. I've got a big pillar in the way.
Yeah, I couldn't see it either. I was surprised that it was given, because Keskinen did well to keep it in. But I just don't think he's clever enough, Keskinen, when he gets into these positions, and he gets into that situation constantly during games, and nothing really comes from it. Very rarely does something come from it.
Well, the one before, they're 2v2 and he's driving with it, and as you said, what's he done? The ball ends up behind him.
Yeah.
Motherwell got a chance to recover and get everyone back behind it.
You'll get used to it, John.
That is Keskinen, isn't it? He's frustrating to watch at times. 27 played. Aberdeen still leading by a goal to nil in the Scottish Cup 5th round tie. But Motherwell, with that boost of Geiger being sent off after they themselves went down to 10 men early on. It's been a night of drama so far, and you would imagine there'll be plenty more to come. Cameron's ball back to McIntyre. Björkholfsson was all over it, but he is it dumped off him by McIntyre, and it comes out for an Aberdeen throw-in on this near side.
Motherwell will have a chance now to get the ball into Björkholfsson and allow the three behind that to make sure, or the three that are with him, to run beyond that. It now becomes a case of who's underneath the ball for Motherwell to make the passes for the three running. Because they've obviously lost their man in the middle, but we've got evened it up in the middle of the pitch, so it's now 2v2 in there, and Cameron's still pressing, still getting after them, but Motherwell again, goalkeeper playing straight passes into the middle of the pitch.
And they played it out well there, Motherwell, despite the pressure on them, and O'Donnell's on it right of the centre circle. Long ball, switching it down to the left for Sparrow, who controls. Milanovic getting back at him. Sparrow infield to Charles Cook, who plays it short to Elijah Just. Up to the edge of the box he goes, he's allowed to shoot, he does, it's wide, it's deflected, and Motherwell have a corner on this near side. That's what Elijah Just can give you, and Aberdeen don't need any warnings really tonight, given what he did to them at the weekend.
No, they don't, and listen, it was really good play from Motherwell. It was calm, but I just thought that if Shinnie would have pulled the trigger a little bit quicker and get up the park to put pressure on as Connolly started the build-up, then Aberdeen might have stolen that possession. As it worked out, it was cool, it was calm, and Motherwell have kept their calmness, and it was a good opportunity.
In comes the corner of the left foot, same towards the penalty spot. Liam Gordon's let it go across his body. He moves out to the left side of the box under pressure from Milne, and rolls it back to Sparrow, who'll then switch it to Charles Cook right of the centre circle. Out to Just on the near side, and back to Regan Charles Cook, and Sparrow in the centre circle again. Motherwell keeping plenty forward here, still got the four up, albeit Liam Gordon's making his way back now. Charles Cook on the halfway line finds Just, comes off frame, and that's going to go out for a Motherwell throw in on this near side. That'll be the ref's blowing his whistle to give Charles Cook a free kick closer to the halfway line, and Graham Shinnie having a go at the fourth official down there, Callum Scott, as Gordon picks up the ball for Motherwell and rolls it to the left of the centre circle for McGinn, and then back to Liam Gordon.
There'll be two players loving the fact that this went down to 10 men on that pitch for me, and it'll be the two number 10s, Cameron and Just.
Yeah, who's going to emerge on top? Here come Motherwell. It's Sparrow's cross, punched away by Brockbikes, not decisive. Maswinise's on it at the edge of the box, but he loses out in frame. Nicks in there ahead of O'Donnell, slides it out for a throw-in to the visitors on this near side. We've played half an hour. Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0. Both teams down to 10 men, but actually the visitors enjoying their best spell in the game, and it's come in no coincidence after Aberdeen received the red card.
Yeah, they're taking the initiative, aren't they? You know, when it's been level terms in terms of personnel, then Motherwell have certainly been the better team, and Aberdeen struggling to cope with the possession that they've got, and a little bit uncertain how to actually play against them when it's 10v10. So I think Peter Leaven has got to take a good look at it, see how he can adjust things, and make the change that would help Aberdeen gain a little bit more control of the game.
Motherwell have begun to slot back into their usual stride here. Fadinger plays it short to his right for Just, to Maswanisi at the edge of the Aberdeen box, facing away from goal. Passes it back to Just, looks up, left foot, bends the ball in. It's too high for Björk Olsen, and it comes right through to Brockfight, who holds on. Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0.
Aberdeen need to find a way. Willie's 100% right. Aberdeen need to find a way of playing with the 10 men, especially against the 10, because what's happening is Motherwell are keeping the possession at the back. Conley's obviously the goalkeeper who's provided an overload, and when they do that, they're able to get the ball into Gudjolfsson. As soon as they can do that, they're able to go and support it and get players round about them, which is causing problems.
Cameron to Frame now driving deep into Motherwell half, rolls it forward, looking for Nisbet, gets the touch, it's going to go behind for a throw-in only, down by the corner flag off to our left. Nisbet plays it off the defender. Bit of respite for the Aberdeen defence, which had been coming under a little bit more pressure from Motherwell. Will be a throw-in for Mitchell Frame to take, as I say, down by the corner flag, albeit he's a bit level with the 6-yard line by the time he takes it. Short to Cameron under pressure, loses out to Maswanisi, but the ball breaks to Milanovic, left side of the box still. He's managed to dig out a cross in towards Nisbet. Motherwell defend it well, and now Björk Olsen's away on the counter. We're going to get the break of the ball. Devlin slides in, important intervention from Nicky Devlin. He slides in to prevent a break on for Björk Olsen and Charles Cook over on that far side. It will remain Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0.
It's a game that you feel that there's going to be chances. There's going to be plenty of opportunities. Seem to be huge spaces, and both teams, both sets of players are very keen to get forward and forward early, particularly Aberdeen if they can hit.
Yeah, look at Stephen O'Donnell doing so wide on the right. He's on to it. Frame was out of position. O'Donnell back the edge of the box. Maswanisi slices his effort. He comes off McIntyre and behind for another Motherwell corner. It's been taken quickly into the box. It comes. Cameron gets it away. It was O'Donnell's ball in. Aberdeen clear it, but it's now back with Just. Rolls it to O'Donnell. He's onside, right side of the box. Pulls it back to Charles Cook. His cross blocked by Shinnie, and it will drop to O'Donnell on the near side. He lays it back to Just. Just looks up, angles it with the left foot again towards Björk Olsen. He does win the header this time. He comes right through to Brockfight, who's going to underarm bowl it to Nicholas Milanovic, who picks up on the right for Aberdeen. Now drives it Tom Sparrow. Cuts in field with an option in red. It's Milanovic. Switches it out to Mitchell Frame on the left. Frame has to slide to keep it in play. He's done that as he controls and then passes it back to Cameron left of the centre circle and into it for Shinnie. Shinnie out, it goes to Devlin on the far side, and infield for Milanovic. Back to Devlin on the touchline, then into his own half for Mill. 11 to half-time, Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0.
Yeah, it's kind of evened itself out now. Both teams Aberdeen are having a bit of possession just now, because it seems to be every time they win it, they want to go and try and hit in the counter. So they're just enjoying a few passes. But that's what Motherwell have been doing to them. They've been having the passes and then trying to get it into the strikers. And Aberdeen have got a decision to make, because Cameron and Just are almost playing against one another. And because the two of them are playing against one another, we obviously know both are more attack-minded than what they are defensively.
Stoppy Keskinen on this near side. He kind of moved into left centre position, didn't know what to do with it. Comes back out to Milanovic, fires the ball across. McGinn gets the touch ahead of Nisbet, and it will bounce out for a throw-in on this near side to Aberdeen, level with the Motherwell 6-yard line.
Milanovic seems to get to be able to roam about wherever he wants to go. I mean, that's him on the left-hand side in this occasion. Not too sure if that's a good tactic. Listen, it's difficult to defend against, but then if it breaks down, there's huge gaps on the other side of the pitch that Nicky Devlin has to deal with.
Well, he just passed the ball straight back out of the pitch, so he's now got time to trot back over to the other side where he's perhaps meant to be, Willie, as O'Donnell prepares to take the throw-in.
Yeah, I think sometimes there's a case just to keep your shape and you know, make sure that their fullbacks are not causing you issues like that.
Right
occasion.
now, Devlin's out of position, and now Sparrow's onto it, though he's coming into a central position now. He's midway inside the Aberdeen half, up towards the edge of the box. Halted by Shinnie. Shinnie gets the tackle, and it's a good one. Keskinen, can he get on the loose ball? He goes down, no free kick. Motherwell play on. Sparrow. John Beaton thought about awarding something or stopping the play because there's 3 players down. Motherwell play on. Charles Cook, left hand side of the Aberdeen box, overhits his cross. He's wanting a corner, he's not getting one. Goal kick Aberdeen, and Fadinger and I think Liam Gordon were the 2 players who were down there. And to be fair, John Beaton thought about stopping play to allow attention to them. Regan Charles Cook played on, and at that point Motherwell were, I think, playing with 7 players.
Yeah, O'Donnell makes a sliding challenge and Fadinger falls over him. Tom Sparrow comes in to get the ball, and then Shinnie comes in. There's 4 of them lying on the ground at one point. I think there's a bit of pushing and shoving, but you're trying to see actually what's going on, and you forget that Charles Cook's got the ball. John Beaton's trying to concentrate on that, and then obviously kicks the ball straight out of the pitch.
Cameron goes down, no foul. The Aberdeen supporters are raging. Here's Maswinise meantime. Up to the edge of the box goes Tawanda Maswinise. Left hand side of it now, looking for an angle. He shoots, it's deflected behind, and Motherwell have a corner. And the Don supporters have a whole lot of abuse to shout to referee Beaton.
Yeah, it gives them something to shout about, and I thought it was okay in that occasion. I thought it was the incident before that he should have blown his whistle, but he didn't. I think he's been uncertain. John Beaton, you know, he looks as though he's maybe going to give a decision and then doesn't do it.
Short corner, it's now back with Charles Cook. He's floated across in, and it comes Brockveit, gets nowhere near it. Comes out to O'Donnell. The goalkeeper gets away with that. O'Donnell keeps it in play on this near side. Back it comes to Fadinger. Now it's with Sparrow. Squares it to Charles Cook. His mother will try and find a way through. They generally have managed to do that in recent months. And Fadinger wanted too long on that, and Nisbet with the challenge. Breaks back to Sparrow though, and now it's with McGinn in his own half. And he turns it back to his goalkeeper. Aberdeen leading the Scottish Cup 5th round tie by 1-0. Both sides playing with 10, almost in 38 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think Brockveit needed to come flying out there. The majority of players in the 6-yard box, he comes running out to about the penalty spot just to try and get a punch on the ball. Doesn't get clean contact, and as soon as you're a Motherwell player there, you think, right, put the next ball in the box, because what's the goalkeeper doing? That's madness for me, especially when you're defending a 1-0 lead just now. There's no need to come out.
Well, he's in the team because of recent blunders by Dimitar Mitov. As Milne looks to launch it forward for Milanovic, but straight through to Gordon, who goes back to his goalkeeper.
See if he's sharper there, Jack Milne, and he takes a little touch. Milanovic is free, and he's got the whole of the opposition half to run into as well. If he just calmed himself down, take a touch, make the pass, Milanovic got a good opportunity, a really good opportunity.
Another free kick coming, and another Aberdeen yellow potentially here. Regan Charles Cook was brought down by Keskinen, and he's going to be booked. Graham Shinnie's getting involved, pushing O'Donnell away. Nisbet getting involved too. The yellow for Keskinen is confirmed. So Keskinen joins Milanovic in the boot. Geiger sent off. But, well, I mean, so many talking points in this first half so far. Goodness knows what we'll be talking about come full time tonight, whether it's after 90 minutes or extra time or penalties, but plenty going on. 1-0 Aberdeen.
Yeah, he runs into Keskinen. Keskinen tries to block his run. It's actually decent defending because he plays the ball, and rather than matching the run, he knows he can't match it, so he just has to get in between it. But I think Liam Gordon comes over, gives it a little push, and then Shinnie gets involved as well. It's certainly a cup tie. It's certainly a cup tie, and I don't think we've obviously, as we're looking at O'Donnell here with a note from what they're going to do, what system they're going to change to. So there's obviously a lot of tactics involved in this as well.
It's with Just midway inside the Aberdeen half, rolls it with the left foot out to the right side touchline for Sparrow. He has been playing on the left, he's over on the right just now. Comes back to O'Donnell near the halfway line. He sweeps it back to his goalkeeper. He's at the midway point of his own half. Lofts the ball long down this right hand side, and Sparrow with a good touch on his chest goes forward, but Cameron manages to flick it away from him. But it is at the expense of yet another Motherwell corner in the final 5 minutes of the first half here. It's taken quickly and short by Sparrow to Just. Back to Sparrow, back up the line he goes. Infield to Fadinger, out to Just. His first time ball goes back to Gordon. who in turn goes back to his goalkeeper. He's way up in the centre circle here. Ball from Connolly, out it comes to Just, steps away from Cameron. Shifts it out to Sparrow, wide on the right. In fact, he's left it for O'Donnell. He's going to hit the byline. Little back heel for Sparrow. Cameron recovers well and clears. Good recovery by Lyle Cameron. Motherwell come again though. Gordon finds Fadinger, midway inside the Aberdeen half. To the edge of the box it goes, headed away by Milne. Fadinger manages to flick it back towards Gordon. Kind of feel Peter Leven could be doing with half-time coming pretty soon. I know they've not really tested Brotvite nearly as much as they would like to be doing, Motherwell. Played a lot of this first half with 10 men against Aberdeen's 11. Since then it's 10 against 10. But that'll disappoint Askew that during what's been a decent period, John, for them in the last 10-15 minutes, they've not tested Brotvite nearly as much.
They haven't tested him at all, not with any shots, but it looks to me as if he's actually flipped the system here with a back three, midfield 4 and 2 up front to try and get a wee bit more of a threat. They don't have chances at the top, but they have lots of possession, decent possession, but no really cutting through Aberdeen. Aberdeen's shape's been really good off the ball, but again, he's just looked to try and get a threat. What they have been doing, they've been getting to the byline, but there's not been many balls getting crossed into the box. They've been kind of turning back and getting it back to the centre halves, which again you've got to praise Aberdeen's shape because it is good. They're getting bodies round about it and they're not allowing the ball into the box.
It's Charles Cook wide in the left, tight in the Aberdeen box, up against Milne, level with the penalty spot, dances into the box, pulls it back to Fadinger at the edge of the area. He stabs it back to O'Donnell. An angle made by Sparrow on this near side at the right angle of the Aberdeen penalty box. Sparrow rolls it back to O'Donnell. Low ball out to Fadinger on this near side. Now down the line for Sparrow, up against Shinnie. Sparrow turns facing his own goal and passes it back to O'Donnell. And he goes back to Liam Gordon in the centre circle. It's not a great ball by Gordon, Milne's onto it, but he can't find a teammate. It's McGinn, but he passes it straight out south stand side for an Aberdeen throw-in. It's Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0. Quick throw-in by Milanovic for Keskinen over on the right side. Leaves it for Milanovic, taking on Charles Cook. Nisbet's on his own in the middle. Back it comes to Keskinen. Now he lays it back to Cameron. Square ball for Shinnie. Aberdeen scored right at the start of the first half as they look for a second right at the end of it. Shinnie to his right for Cameron and out to the touchline for Milanovic. In front of the Motherwell fans over there on the far side. Milanovic rolls it back to Milne. He's just to the right of the centre circle. Now he's found Cameron. A little bit of space here. Cameron back to Shinnie. And Motherwell have funneled back and have taken up their postings pretty well in defence, but still Aberdeen have the ball. It's McIntyre to the right for Milne and in field for Shinnie. There's no real impetus in this Aberdeen attack right now. It is a team that struggled for goals recently, fired blanks more often than anyone else in the Premiership this campaign, and you can see why. As Devlin finds Milanovic over on the far side, back to Devlin on the touchline, and his ball down the line looking for Milanovic is cut out by Charles Cook. Motherwell have it back, they've given it away quickly, and Shinnie's found Cameron in space, attacking the Motherwell box, fires it with the right foot to the left side of it for Keskinen. Eventually gets it under control, pulls it back across Nisbet on the turn. Great save, Connolly with his left boot. Magnificent save to keep out Nisbet, because that looked like it was going to be 2-0. It stays at 1.
Well, big chance, and you know Kevin Nisbet does so well there. Really sharp turn inside the box after some good work from Keskinen, and he strikes it well. And I'll tell you, Connolly's got to be sharp. Goes down, gets it with his foot, but it's a really good save.
It's a great save. When you look at Nisbet, he's back to goal. It's the way he shifts his body weight. It's coming to his left, takes it with his left foot, shifts it on his right, still gets his back to goal, shifts it with outside his right on his left foot, swivels, hits, goes back across the goalkeeper, and it's a great save for Connolly. But again, Nisbet, you can see he's got a wee bit of confidence for his goal, Willie, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know he's got quality in the box if he gets some service as well. I thought Keskinen did well to go to the byline and cut that one back for him, but it was a really difficult one for him to be able to manoeuvre, control the ball and get the shot off.
The celebrations you heard in the background were Aberdeen being awarded a free kick by John Beaton, as 3 minutes are confirmed as being added on at the end of the first half here. And it's Graham Shinnie on the ball left of the centre circle in the Motherwell half. We're into the first of those 3. Finds Cameron to his left, he finds McIntyre to his right in the centre circle and rolls it to the right for Milanovic. Back to Shinnie. in the centre circle to the left for McIntyre. They're in the Motherwell half here, Aberdeen. It's now with Frame. Pulls it back to McIntyre. Aberdeen have that oh so crucial lead in this 5th round tie. So that comes back to Jack Milne over on the right. Bjorgolfsson slips as he goes after him. Milne sends the ball down the right for Milanovic, gets it under control. Little dink looking for Devlin, but it's on to McGinn. Devlin kept running, even though the ball was going nowhere near him. Now he's out of position, and Motherwell are back on the ball with Just, who fires it out to this near side. Can't quite get it into the path of Sparrow, and Aberdeen have a throw-in on this near side. 1 of the 3 minutes, the end of the first half that was added on, has been played.
Yeah, when you can see the difference between the both sides. When Motherwell have the ball and they're in Aberdeen half, they look comfortable on it, they look as if they know what they're trying to do, they look as if the players know where their movements are. But when Aberdeen have it, it's quite slow, it's quite pedestrian. There's not really much movement off the ball until they get it into an area where it's a winger going 1v1. And they'll be looking to try and get Lyle Cameron again. We keep speaking about him, but on the ball in those areas. And if they can, then he can go and make the penetrating passes.
Up into the air from McIntyre. Not much culture in that one from the big centre back as it bounces a few times on the near side. Shinnie takes command of the situation and drives down the left, gets the early ball in looking for Nisbet. Great first touch. The second one wasn't brilliant. His effort is flagged offside anyway. And it looked as though he'd managed to use his upper body strength to hold off McGinn and get the shot away. The first touch was great. The second one wasn't threatening really, and with the shot, and it stays Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0.
He is a threat though, isn't he? I mean, Kevin Nisbet on this type of form, at least he looks like a threat. He's getting into positions where Shinnie on that occasion picks him out. Okay, he's just a little bit too sharp and he gets himself into an offside position, and the second touch wasn't great, but he's looking more like himself tonight.
Here come Motherwell looking for an equaliser before the break. Final minute of injury time. It's with Charles Cook attacking the box. Rolls it back to Fadinger. He then squares it to O'Donnell. Crucial period in the match this. Out to Maswanise wide in the right. Up against Frame. Right foot ball back the way to O'Donnell. Back out it comes to Sparrow. Right angle of the penalty area. Back to O'Donnell. Gets the ball into the box. Bjorgolfsson touches it back to Charles Cook at the edge of the area. He turns it back first time to Just. Aberdeen have bodies behind the ball, and McGinn goes back to Gordon in the centre circle. We've just about played the 3 minutes. 5 seconds of the first half to play. And John Beaton's got the whistle to lips as I look at the watch and brings to an end an all-action first half. A controversial at times first half. And it's the holders, Aberdeen, who have the lead. At the interval given to them by Kevin Nisbet's free kick, which he took from 19 yards out after Oscar Priestman had hauled down Lyle Cameron. The Aussie was sent off. Motherwell were down to 10. Aberdeen led just after that, and it looked like it was going to be their night. However, despite having 1 or 2 half chances after that, Dennis Geiger restored the balance as he was sent off as well for a high booted challenge. And that meant it was 10 against 10. Motherwell have seen lots of the ball. They've not really threatened Broadfight in the Aberdeen goal nearly as much as Jens Bertolascu wanted them to, and he'll want that to change after the interval, because at half-time right now, as it stands, it's Aberdeen who were underdogs coming into this, despite being holders and despite being at home, and despite all the millions of pounds they've spent in transfer activity recently. It is they who have the lead against the favourites Motherwell, and heading for a tie at East End Park against Dunfermline in the quarters. Half-time at Pittodrie, 10-man Aberdeen 1, 10-man Motherwell 0.
The Scottish Cup.
Live on Sports Sound.
Scottish football lives here.
On BBC Radio Scotland.
Yeah, thanks very much to Lee McLeod. We'll be hearing more from him in not so long. Fascinating first half, gentlemen, with a fair few talking points. 2 red cards. It's 10v10. Aberdeen leading by a goal to 0. Let's dwell for a while upon those red cards issued. You guys making it pretty clear you think one red card's justified and the other not. Can I just maybe take issue with the one that you're not happy with, gents?
Oh, carry on.
Yes,
carry on,
yeah. To be fair, I've watched it several times, many times, Willie, and it's reckless, it's a bit wild, and
It's high.
It
I would agree
definitely,
with you.
I would say,
It gets
in
a
my
bit-
opinion, endangers an opponent. So
Yeah, but there's another two that the opponents were endangered, and one wasn't. There was nothing given for one. There was a yellow card for the other one, and it's the same thing. But it was low, and it was at the ankle. Two ankles were studded, and the thigh was studded, and the thigh gets sent off. And the referee, perfect viewpoint, saw it in real time, didn't give it. And the minute he's asked to go over, then of course, and when you slow it down, and we saw a still here, and of course it looks dreadful when you slow it down. But I think the other two challenges would look equally as bad if you slowed it down as well. So we were saying
4
no,
red cards, Willie. Or
no.
I know.
You know, only the one red card, to be perfectly honest, and it was. It was unlucky as well, for Priestman, because he did slip. But you can't do anything other than give him a red card, because he's taken Lyle Cameron out the game, and it's because he's not in control of his feet as he's running towards Lyle Cameron. He loses his footing and he goes down. He takes him down. It's a goal scoring opportunity for Lyle Cameron. So the one now, what I did say, and I can understand why the referee has given it when he's been asked. Well, first of all, he's been asked by VAR to go over and have a look at it, and you know the outcome of these. 99 times out of 100, the referee is going to go with VAR. And when you slow it down, there is contact. There's contact high, but as I said, there was another couple of occasions where contact was low, but equally as bad. So he's given it, and you've just got to go on with it. Tell you what it does do, it makes a hell of a game here, and that's what you've got, and it's an intriguing encounter. When Aberdeen had the extra man, then it looked as though they were going to dominate the game, dominate possession, and Motherwell were struggling. And still, even when it went down to 10 men, even though Motherwell have had a lot of possession, Aberdeen's had the better chances. The Cameron strike and the Nisbet. Not too sure if the Cameron strike was when before the Aberdeen ordering off, but certainly the Nisbet turn and strike and a good save from Connolly was when it was 10v10. But listen, it's a very intriguing cup tie.
Your thoughts, John, on the red cards? Can I just say that the first one, as far as I understand it, the law's been correctly applied, but it's a wee bit against natural justice. I mean, he just slips. He's got no intention to play the ball at all or impede the opponent, but
it's a goal scoring opportunity.
I know, Willie. It's definitely.
I used to go to tackles as well and say they didn't mean it either, and I maybe slipped. So yeah. You see where I'm coming from?
Absolutely.
Natural justice. I don't think the referee had any option but to give the red card.
He's got no option. He hasn't got an option, but he's so unfortunate. Let's be honest, he's so unfortunate because Priestman gets there, he matches the runner, he's able to get there for Cameron. Cameron's going in 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Priestman's able to eradicate a mistake by a teammate. He's able to get there, but as he goes to turn, his left foot, the studs don't catch the surface, and his right foot comes across and loses his footing, which therefore he stumbles into Cameron, taking him off a balance. So he's last man, he's preventing denying a goal scoring opportunity, therefore he has to go off, but there's no intent in him taking Cameron down at all. It's just a case of he's coming together, but he has to go. So we're not arguing with that. That's a sending off.
I got that impression. Second one you're not happy with.
No, the second one I'm not happy with. See being a midfielder, you have to go and get up against people, right? The stadium's full, it's a cup tie. The ball bounces in the middle of the pitch. Of course it's windy, the conditions aren't great, but he's going to try and get there. He's making a wholehearted attempt at getting the ball. Obviously
certainly was wholehearted.
Yeah,
John.
He's got an outstretched leg, we know that, but he's not made. Listen, it's in the groin area, maybe slightly above, so it's going to be a sore one for Liam Gordon. But I just think John Beaton refereed it at the time. He was within 5-10 yards of the incident. He can see it, he's dealt with it, he's booked him. It's not a clear and obvious error from the referee. It's not. So we're interfering there for no apparent reason. Of course we see a still, and I said at the time, a still looks horrendous, but you can have any still picture and it looks horrendous, but in the actual time, in the 11 moment of the game, I just don't think that's a sending off. I think it's a midfield player going for the ball, and let's be honest, if that midfield player stops and doesn't go for it, everybody in the stadium, including his own teammates, are caning him and going for him because he hasn't been hard enough to go through that challenge. You're in a midfield battle. That player is trying to earn a competitive edge to make sure he stays in the team. I don't think Geiger has done anything wrong with going through and trying to win the ball. Yeah, listen, he's got minimum contact on the ball, if anything, but it's not a sending off.
You don't think he's endangering an opponent with that tackle?
Well, see if the opponent's head's down. If the opponent's head's down, David, and he's going to head it and he goes and kicks through his head, yes, he's endangering an opponent. We're not talking about his head here. We're talking about his midriff. It's not endangering an opponent, and for me, it's a wholehearted challenge. It's a booking and nothing more.
All right, okay, we'll move on to talk about the goal then, which came as a result of that the first red. Oh, I'm just watching that again. That a replay here of the Geiger red card.
David, you're
I'm not going to be sleeping about that. I tell you what, no. The ball bounces high. Oh no, I mean he's well late for it, John. To be fair, I honestly don't think John Beaton's got much option there on review. But that's
he did have an option. They didn't give it. It was only when he went to VAR that he gave it.
I know, but he's had a second look at it. I've had about 10 looks at it, but there you go. Anyway, maybe the game's gone a bit soft, but I think you can make a strong case for saying that John Beaton got that.
I think
one.
you want the last word in this.
No, I don't.
So you've got the last word. Let's move on.
I'm just trying to bring a wee bit of balance here, and
you're not bringing any balance whatsoever. You're determined that it's your way or the highway. Let's get in where we can. Let's get on the highway.
Right. Well, let's motor on and talk about the goal. The goal. Nisbet's shot. I've watched that again, and I can't make my mind up whether it takes a deflection or just goes straight in and dips and kind of foxes.
No, I think it
takes a wee.
You've seen that 10 times as well.
Yeah, I know. In real time, I thought it took a deflection, and I think we would agree here. And we've got quite a good angle up here, David, as well, to see it. And it looked as though the ball did change course a little bit. Listen, it was a decent free kick from Kevin Nisbet, but you know, for me, I think the goalkeeper's got to do better as well. You know, it's down his side. It's not a vicious, powerful strike. It's got a bit of pace on it, I agree. You know, but I felt that even so, the goalkeeper should have done better. But we felt, and I'm here to be proven wrong, as you've been trying to do for the last 5 minutes.
Well, I would never try and prove you wrong.
So, you know, but he takes it well. He's confident. He picks his spot and he hits the spot. But for me, I think Connolly should do better, and he's complicit in the actual giving away the free kick as well. You know, so early in the game, and we'll love watching Motherwell play the ball out from the back. But there are times where, you know, particularly early in the game, that you just don't do that on a slippery pitch as well. But you know, they did it and they fell foul of it. And Kevin Nisbet, who's looking a little bit sharper tonight, you know, more like the Kevin Nisbet we know, and I think that goal has given him a fair bit of confidence.
Yeah, you said Connolly should have done better. He did do better on another couple of occasions though, John.
Yeah, he did. He touches a Lyle Cameron shot over the bar, and when he does that, you're looking and you're thinking he's making a good save there. And then the other one, when the ball gets played into Nisbet on his, I think it's his left hand side, takes his touch with his left, he's got his back to goal, swivels with his right, so the goalkeeper can't see it because he's the defender and him between the ball, and he's able to swivel and he's drive it to the far left hand side. It's a good attempt by Nisbet, but what a save it is from Connolly, and it's his feet. So he's got good agility. He's made two really good saves. But I'm with Willie. The game's 2 minutes old, and you've gave the striker a bite on a press, and you're lucky to get away with it in the second when you played a straight pass into midfield. So he'll feel he owes his team with making those saves. But again, it's the way that Motherwell want to play, so at times you're going to make mistakes. It's high risk, and we know that, but they've not had too many of those this season.
What do you think, chaps? Do you sense more goals in this, or are we more likely to have more red cards?
Probably both. I definitely think there's more goals in it. I think there's a lot of gaps out there. There's a lot of space out there. You can see on the transition, Aberdeen look more dangerous. In possession, Motherwell look more dangerous. Motherwell look as if they know what their movements are round about the Aberdeen goal mouth. They look as if they're able to penetrate, they're able to go and dictate, they're able to pick up space, and if they could get it into good Jolson's feet and get the players to go and support, then I think they'll be able to get opportunities. I'm not sure he'll come back out for the second half. I think Slattery will come on and he'll try and change something else. They look proactive at the side. But I definitely think there's more goals in it. I think Aberdeen look really dangerous in the transition. They've sat in a good shape, and as soon as they win it, I think Wally touched on it in the first half, if they can just take an extra touch and secure the first pass, Aberdeen will get chances on the break, because there's more than half a pitch for them to run into the top end of the pitch.
I'm just wondering, Willie, the elements and the wind in particular, it looks, well, it's very, very breezy.
Yeah.
It was behind Motherwell in the first half, but I don't think it led to any advantage at all.
No, it's not strong enough. It's to lead to an advantage to one side or the other. I just feel it's awkward, when the ball, particularly where we're sitting in the main stand and over the far side, close to where the Richard Donaldson is and the south stand is. It seems to be catching the ball over there and making it awkward for the players, but I don't really think it's an advantage either way. It doesn't matter which way you're shooting, but I think it's open. Yeah, I think there will be chances. Although Motherwell have had the bulk of possession since it's been 10v10, it's Aberdeen that they look more dangerous, I think, because Motherwell are more open and it's on the counter that Aberdeen are hitting them, whereas it tends to be that Motherwell, the build-up's a little bit slower, and Aberdeen have got bodies back, and it's more difficult to get a clear look at goal, and Aberdeen are defending quite well, I think. So I'm sure that there'll be opportunities in the second half. I'm just hoping that there's another dubious red card in case we are on to 11 o'clock, and it'll give us something to talk about.
I think we might well be. Jens Bertolaski predicted, or he was speaking as if he was predicting it would be a long night with extra time and indeed penalties. It's not heading that way at the moment because Aberdeen have that goal to nil advantage. John, I'm just having a wee look at the stats here. It's exactly 50-50 possession wise. It was skewing heavily towards Aberdeen though when it was 11 versus 10. But in terms of shots on target, Motherwell haven't mustered a single one yet.
Yeah, and that, you can see that was the problem. As you said, they were getting the ball round about in the Aberdeen half, able to pass it from side to side. They were in good positions, but they were getting into wider areas, and rather than putting the ball into the box, they were coming back and trying to play more passes, especially when Aberdeen went to 10 men. But as Willie says, Aberdeen retreated to get everyone behind the ball, so it became harder. But I guarantee this second half they'll have shots at goal, they'll be trying to get themselves back in the game. It's a cup tie, they're 1-0 down, there's going to be plenty of space out there, 10 men v 10 men, and both sides have made a sub at half time, so you can see what's at stake. They're trying to make changes, but again it's who. Well, I think Aberdeen have actually made two, so it'll be interesting to see what happens this second half in regards to who comes out on top tactically, but again the fresh legs will make a big difference as well.
Yeah, let's hand over for that second half to Liam.
Right, as John was saying, Callum Slattery is on. He's replaced Sparrow, and two changes for Aberdeen. The wide men Keskinen and Milanovic have been replaced by Palaversa and Olasanya. So both managers looking to their bench for the start of the second half, which is just about upon us here. Motherwell are going to kick it off in their aqua blue and white, going from right to left towards the Richard Donald stand. Beach end, Aberdeen all in red towards the red shed. King Street end, as that's rolled back to the Motherwell goalkeeper Matty Connolly, who plays it short to his captain McGinn, out to Charles Cook, and back to McGinn. We shall see if the changes will alter the course of the action. John, talk to us about them.
Right, okay, so it looks to me as if Motherwell have went with a back three. It looks like a 3-4-2 3-4-2 by the looks of it. Aberdeen have definitely went 4-3-2. They've got two strikers. Olasanya's went through the middle with Nisbet. They're allowing Motherwell to have the ball, but Aberdeen have only flipped to that shape, in my opinion, because Motherwell went to a 3 just slightly before half time, so they've known what's coming out the second half, and they're going to go about it in that way. So it's going to be intriguing because, as we say, Aberdeen have now got two strikers, two up front against Motherwell's 3. There's going to be lots of space. I think the space will be in the wider areas. and where Motherwell's wing backs with Masho Nisi on one side and Charles Cook another, for having their pace and want to go and drive into.
Yeah, and look at that. Oh, and Olasanya's just been hauled down deliberately by Gordon. John Beaton's getting a yellow card, and there were plenty other players getting back, and he was much closer to the halfway line than the 18-yard line, so you can't possibly say that was a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, but it was certainly worthy of the yellow card. And it would have been interesting to see what Olasanya would have been up to after that, because he had support from Nisbet as well.
Well, it was certainly cynical, wasn't it? Denial of goal scoring opportunity.
Checking for a red. I thought maybe there was enough cover, but we'll wait and see.
I think they've got enough pace to get back in.
There's no doubt it's cynical. There's no doubt it's deliberate. There's no doubt at the very least it's a yellow card. And you know, who makes the decision now? Is it VAR, or do they ask him to go and have a look at it?
Well, we'll wait and find out. It's Chris Graham and Stephen McLean who are the VAR team tonight.
Liam Gordon's in the middle of the pitch. He's got two of his centre backs on either side of him. They're able to recover back in, but they are very wide.
Yeah.
Guys have got a chance to see a replay of it here.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying is that it's cynical, it's deliberate. You know, is it a goal scoring opportunity?
Well, the one thing is Toyosi Olasanya's got explosive pace.
He has, yeah.
You two are going to say that.
Well, I'm not sure if that's actually going to be. Well, because I was a top-class striker and Willie was a top-class defender. Do they take that kind of thing into account here? Because Olasanya's he's going to have a look at it. Yeah.
But do you think that's a goal-scoring opportunity, Liam?
I didn't think so. I thought there was enough cover and it was in the centre circle. But they've seen enough in the VAR room to suggest that this could also be a red card. Are we looking at a third red card in this cup tie?
We did say that at half-time. There's more reds and goals, but yeah. If you're a striker and you've got the ball in the halfway line, I don't know if that's a goal-scoring opportunity. It's certainly a chance at a break, but I'll tell you what, Motherwell will be raging because it's an opportunity. They've got safe possession of the ball. Liam Gordon doesn't need to take a chance.
There's a still of it right in front of the guys here.
The defenders are wide. They're very wide.
That's maybe the thing that's going to cost Gordon here.
That's what he's got to decide. Are these two covering defenders? They're like fullbacks almost, aren't they? When Gordon.
Well, John Beaton's down looking at the monitor right in front of the main stand. Well, he's looking at plenty replays. He's poring over them.
It's just so cynical as well.
I think with the position of the two outside centre backs, it becomes really difficult for them to recover back in and that. I don't think it's a goal scoring opportunity, but you're one-on-one with the goalkeeper from the halfway line.
Well, let's wait and see. John Beaton, he's going to call Liam Gordon over, and this yellow card's going to be upgraded to red as well. Motherwell are down to 9 men, and suddenly the pendulum swings Aberdeen's way again. Gordon and Priestman sent off for Motherwell. Geiger for Aberdeen. Aberdeen have the 1-0 lead. And VAR has intervened again, and John Beaton again bows to the far and changes yellow to red.
It's a borderline decision in my opinion, yeah. But he's made that decision. But it's self-inflicted once again. It's self-inflicted. The first ordering off was a little bit unfortunate, but it was inflicted by the goalkeeper, and then
and here come Aberdeen looking to make hay immediately here. Nisbet's efforts deflected, and going by his reaction, that was on target. Pops out to Björkovsson on the near side. The challenge comes from McIntyre, who's up from the back, looking for Olasanya, covering as McGinn, who puts it out for an Aberdeen throw-in on this near side. Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0.
Right, see, the first half, when Motherwell go down to 10 men, Aberdeen scored the goal. There's a chance for them to kill the game there and then, and obviously they don't do it. Aberdeen then come down to 10 men, and it becomes a case of the game's 50-50 again. Now with Aberdeen having the man advantage with 10v9, they must take advantage of this and get themselves 2-0 up.
Exactly. And they've got a couple of strikers on. They've got two strikers, and Palaversa in midfield who'll be desperate to get forward. Good strike on him as well. So yeah, it's kind of been handed to them, isn't it? If they're good enough to take advantage of it, and that's a question.
Tempers frayed again down below us this time. Nicky Devlin raging, a free kick's gone against him.
I think if I'm Graham Shinnie and I'm captain Aberdeen, I'm telling the players, don't go into any stupid challenges. You know, take advantage of the fact that Motherwell are a man short.
Yeah, because regardless of your opinion on the Geiger challenge in the first half, he's giving the referee a decision to make, and the decision was yellow from the on-field ref, but the VAR team thought that was red. So it's 10-man Aberdeen 1, 9-man Motherwell 0. 51 on the clock, and the Dons have it with Devlin midway inside Motherwell territory on this near side. Back to Shinnie, who squares it to Palaversa, who's come in from Siberia back into the action at Aberdeen. Hadn't seen him for months when he came on against Motherwell at Fir Park. Well, he was somewhere. It seemed a long way away from here.
I know exactly what you mean, Neil.
And there's Shinnie picking up the left foot back to McIntyre. He was just completely out of the picture under Jimmy Tillin. The Swede who left 47 days ago still hasn't been replaced.
Was it October that his last start?
Yeah, well, he made a fleeting appearance against Sparta Prague in the Conference League. As Aberdeen come down the left, it's Frame across, looking for Nisbet, swept away by Fadinger. It's going to be a tough gig for Motherwell now.
I'm looking at the Motherwell back four here. There's players playing in places you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, here's Cameron, back to Nisbet, tried to lay it back to Shinnie, goes straight to Björkholsen, lovely spin at the edge of the box there. That's going to be a Motherwell free kick as Slattery goes to ground.
We've got Maswinisi at right back, we've got O'Donnell, McGinn, and we've got Charles Cook at left back. Motherwell have now went to 4. You've got 2 wingers playing at full back. It's going to be they're going to need to keep that way, because they're going to need to get back in the tie. Aberdeen will get chances here, Liam, because they're 2v2, because the two full-backs will go so high now, and it becomes McGinn and O'Donnell against Olasanya and Nisbet.
The ball's with Matty Connolly, the Motherwell goalkeeper. And for Callum Ward tonight, comes out to McGinn on this near side. It's a long ball, give her Björkholsen. The ball was over Milne's head. Björkholsen couldn't control, and Palaversa sweeps it back to Rotveit. And plays it short to Milne. Then Palaversa's given away though, and Slattery's in. Chance for just and an important slide challenge by Milne. Wonderful defending and a brilliant recovery, because it was his own error that he's just redeemed. It stays Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0.
Honest to goodness, I can't believe how naive players can be. Jack Milne in that occasion given Motherwell the opportunity.
Aberdeen up the other end, Frame pulls it back the edge of the box. Devlin first time, and he almost hits the roof of the Merkland Road end. It stays Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0.
It's a good counter-attack for Aberdeen, because Justice through, it's a good challenge from Millen. Aberdeen going counter-attacks, a pull back. Devlin steps into it. I actually think it might take a deflection on the way over the top, but it's going to be this way now. It's going to be end to end.
Charles Cook gets it through the legs of Palaversa, can't beat Devlin, who gets it down the line for Olasanya, who's driving away from a couple of challenges. Under pressure here, it's still with Olasanya. It's good play for the former St Mirren man, and he's found Cameron infield. Cameron now attacking the box. Now he's into the penalty area. Cameron on the right foot shoots over the bar, and it stays Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0.
That's what Olasanya gives you, isn't it? That strength, that power, that directness, the pace as well. You know, it's really nothing, but he turns it into something. We're just watching a replay of the Jack Milne challenge. Really good challenge, very dangerous one, I would suggest as well, but it does get the ball changes course, so no way is it a penalty. But you know, again, it's so naive. You know, you get your nose in front in terms of numbers, and then you take that chance at the back, and that could easily have been the equaliser.
There's Elijah Just over on the far side. It's passing field, goes straight to Shinnie, and Frame goes back to his goalkeeper. He clears it first time with the right foot up across the halfway line, bounces off the head of McGinn. Olasanya with a little bump on McGinn. McGinn gets back onto it and goes back to his goalkeeper. Almost 10 into the second half. Aberdeen leading Motherwell by 1-0. The Dons with 10, the Steelmen with 9 on the pitch. Motherwell still seeing some of the ball here, and it's Slattery down the line, wins the throw-in, which Maswinisi is going to leave for Callum Slattery, another who's having a fabulous season. And he was a consistent performer before this campaign for Motherwell, but he's, like many others who were at the club last season, have really upped their game under Askew. Ball ends up back with Brockvite, but he slices it out main stand side for a Motherwell throw-in on the near side.
Callum Slattery, a young boy at Southampton, went on loan to De Graaf Sharp. I actually went there in 2020 as part of my pro licence visit to go and visit, and they thought so highly of him at that stage. He's had a great season this season, but you can see he's talented. He's certainly got huge potential on the ball. His technique's really good, and you can see why he's thriving in this Motherwell side.
And he's on the ball just now. Played with Aberdeen's Stuart Armstrong at Southampton. Elyounoussi, former Celtic player, Forster as well, as Frame concedes the corner. Motherwell have a corner in front of their fans on the far side. They're a man down again, they're a goal down. They're facing as big adversities they faced all season, but still they play on.
Of course they do, and it helps when your goalkeeper, Brathwaite, kicks the ball out the park. You know, when you've got possession, you've got easy possession, you could have taken the ball first
look
time.
at this, they take the corner back the edge of the box. Charles Cook in loads of space, shimmies away from Palaversa and his long rangers over the bar, but he scored from long range to send Aberdeen out of the League Cup here in September. It stays though, Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0 on 56.5.
You know, you've got to play the game up here as well. You know, it's a physical game, it's about ability too, but it's about thinking. The position that Aberdeen are in just now, the goalkeeper giving away possession, Jack Milne dwelling on the ball and giving Motherwell an opportunity. They've got the extra man. What they should be doing is keeping it nice and simple and trying to make sure that Motherwell are put under pressure. That's from an Aberdeen point of view. From a Motherwell point of view, then they're doing hell of a well with their back. It's a mirror image of the first half, isn't it? When they lost the man, and they started to take control and possession of the ball.
But they're 2v2 at the top end of the pitch. We've already seen all Lasanya's pace. Nisbet's full of confidence because he scored the goal. Just put the ball forward and let Motherwell defend.
Motherwell are going to make a couple of changes. Bring on Elliot Watt. May well be a double change. Ibrahim Said might be getting readied as well. We'll keep an eye on the Motherwell dugout. Aberdeen have a throw-in down the near side looking for Olasanya. It's away by McGinn. Nicky Devlin lets it go out for another Dons throw-in on this near side, level with the edge of the centre circle. In the Motherwell half, bowled back across the halfway line to Milne. He finds McIntyre in the centre circle. But there's certainly enough encouragement for Motherwell, despite being a man down again, that this tie's not done yet. Just one behind. You can see just how much Aberdeen need that second goal, despite everything seemingly going their way. It's with McIntyre, midway inside his own half, shifts it to the left for Shinnie, who goes back in field to Palaversa. He finds McIntyre, and now it's with McGinn, who goes back to McIntyre, being harried there by Fadinger. Now Palaversa digs it out, looking for Shinnie, but the ball forward's pretty aimless. They're not in the same wavelength at all. There's more purpose and poise about Motherwell when they're on the ball than there is with Aberdeen.
They're trying to play
on you go, John. No, on you go.
They're trying to play the ball forward into a wider area, but they've got two central strikers.
So I was going to say, you pointed that out earlier as well.
They took the wingers off at the break.
Aye, but that's when you go. That's when you go a little bit more direct. You go to Olasanya in particular because he's got the strength, but Nisbet can hold it in as well, and they don't. They're going nowhere. They're actually, Motherwell were forcing them back the park when they had control of the ball there, because they weren't prepared to dink it into their two strikers.
Playing a dangerous game. It's an Aberdeen free kick though, just inside their own half, over on the left, south stand side, as they attack the goal to the right. We are getting close to the hour mark at Pittodrie. Shinnie goes back the way to McIntyre, then back to Shinnie, and he sweeps it across his own half for Milne. Under pressure from Just, and now it's back with Brathwaite. Bobbly surface. Goalkeeper controls it, plays it short to Milne on the near side, clips it up towards the halfway line. There's an offside flag, and it's a real waste for Aberdeen. They had the ball over on the left with the free kick, which Shinnie decided to play back towards his own goal, and then they were put under incredible pressure there, and Just's trying to do so as well. It will be Watt and Longolo coming on for Motherwell. Charles Cook into the box for Just, bobbles between a couple of players, clear by Cameron, we've not seen much of in the second half. Fadinger out to Charles Cook wide on the left, level with the Aberdeen penalty spot. Low ball into the area for Just, holding off Cameron. He's inside the area looking for a teammate here, scoops it towards the 6-yard line, but it's headed away by McIntyre. Paul McGinn is back onto the Aberdeen fans getting frustrated. The 9 men dictating things right now. It's with Just out to Charles Cook, who finds McGinn level with the edge of the D, right foot, swings the cross in, headed away by Frame. It's not decisive. Maswinissi's volley is really poor, and Aberdeen clear through Palaversa. Olasanya can't get onto it. O'Donnell's the covering player for Motherwell, and he rolls it back to his goalkeeper. Real angst amongst the Don supporters with what they're seeing here. A man up and a goal up, but they can't get a hold of the ball.
But you know what, that was a great opportunity for Olasanya there, and he's run past the ball. He's misjudged the bounce of the ball as well. See if he gets a touch on that, he's against Stephen O'Donnell. I would bet him against Stephen O'Donnell in a 1v1 situation.
This is going to be interesting, these two. I'm trying to think from a Motherwell point of view, what are you going to do? What do you do? You've got 9 men against 10. You're playing with 2 at the back already. Are you going to go even more braver?
Well, Björgolfsson's coming off and will be replaced by Watt, and Fadinger is going to come off as well, I think. Yeah, it is. So Watt and Longolo on for Fadinger and Björgolfsson. Another shake-up by Jens Bertalascu.
But you've got the extra man. You've got Olasanya now. For me, I think you say to Olasanya, just stay in the halfway line. You know, from an Aberdeen point of view, give us a target, so that, because Motherwell are controlling the game again, that they're dominating the game with a man down. You don't have to have the 2 of them up. I think I would be saying this bit: get yourself back, play like a number 10, but allow Olasanya to be that target, because Motherwell will dictate, and they will create opportunities the way Aberdeen are playing and the way they're playing.
Aberdeen look nervous. You can understand that with the form they're in, I suppose. As Nisbet finds Olasanya. He's gone across O'Donnell, who's going to be the latest to be yellow carded right in the halfway line as he clotheslined Olasanya to the deck. 62 on the clock. Aberdeen 1, Motherwell 0.
That might have been a goal scoring opportunity, John.
It's not far off to be in the position where Liam Gordon brought Olasanya down for his red card right at the start of the second half.
I'm looking at it right, and Motherwell have been the creators of their own downfall tonight. They've lost the possession in the middle, and when they're losing possession in the middle, they're giving away fouls that don't need to be given away. Therefore, they're then losing bookings, or getting bookings as well, and then they can't foul again after that. It seems to be they're playing a central area. Aberdeen are making it predictable with letting the ball go in those areas. So Aberdeen's dictating it, but as soon as it goes in there, Aberdeen are stealing it. Then Aberdeen are being wasteful with their forward passes because it's not going into the right areas.
Well, they got it with Cameron, who just goes across the halfway line over the far side. Forward to Frame, good first touch, takes him into a centre position. Now it's with Shinnie. Shinnie's encouraged to shoot, he does and scores! Fabulously! The man who lifted the cup last season fires it home with the left foot from 20 yards, arching it into the right corner of the net beyond the grasp of Connolly. And Aberdeen now have a firm grip on this 5th round tie as they look to get back into the quarters and defend their trophy. It is Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 0.
Oh, it's just a wonderful strike, isn't it, from the captain, leading the way, getting himself forward, but it's Lyle Cameron that picks it up. He drives forward. You know, he's then set in. Was it Frame that made the pass? Frame then made a perfect pass in for Shinnie. The whole thing opens up for him, but he's still got to strike that one. He's got to be accurate. He's got to get a bit of power. Takes a little touch beyond the stretch of Connolly and goal into the side netting. What a strike that is. What a goal that was for the captain.
First goal of the season for Graham Shinnie, who skippered the Dons to glory last May. Brilliant play by Mitchell Frame to set it up, John.
Oh, it's great play with Mitchell Frame, but before that, it's better play with Lyle Cameron, because he's driving into space, he plays it into Mitchell Frame, but it's almost similar to the Rangers' last 4th goal on Sunday when the fullback drives inside, and rather than picking the first pass, he picks the right pass, and it comes to Shinnie. We all know Shinnie's going to check back on his left, but the problem being for Motherwell, they don't have enough men to get out to the ball. They're men short, so they can't get anybody out there to get pressure on it. And again, Shinnie fires into the far corner. Good goal.
Here comes Slattery for Motherwell up towards the Aberdeen box. Good challenging by Palaversa, and he's fouled by Slattery, and that will be a free kick to Aberdeen just outside their own box. A crowd of 9,744 inside Pittodrie is one of the most booked players in Scotland. Callum Slattery picks up his latest.
See the way Motherwell play and the pressure they put on. You know, they go back and then they all work their way forward when Aberdeen have got the ball, and Aberdeen are then reluctantly forced to go back, but it's only reluctantly forced to go back with their passes because they're not brave enough. And then when it goes to Cameron, what does he do? He gets a head up and he drives forward and Frames forward and Shinnie's end forward. But that all starts from someone taking responsibility and actually understanding the game and what's needed out there, not passes back the way, because you can hear the crowd, or you could hear the crowd getting on the players' back as well, and it's only going to make them more nervous.
It's the one thing in the modern game that people forget that can eliminate people, because we all speak about passing, we pass through, we pass round, we pass over. Dribbling. You dribble past somebody, you dribble into space, you dribble by them, and you've eliminated them the easiest way, the only way we all knew how as
And
kids.
there's a long ball up towards Olisanya. McGinn is doing well defensively though to help out O'Donnell, and Motherwell win it back at the edge of their box. It's played forward to Watt, and now it's with Just and Willie Miller.
But that's another example. It's a simple, straightforward play. You've got a striker that you know is powerful and he wants to run in behind. Play it in behind. Play to his strengths. You know, they'll be stretched because they're pushing forward, and they've got no other option now, Motherwell, have they? So Aberdeen have got to, in my opinion, play it simple, play it forward, forget about playing it back the way in too many occasions. And for Motherwell, well, it's all about questions. You know, what can they do? Can they play their football? Can they create opportunities? They haven't created too many opportunities, John.
No, haven't at all. Like, again, the noise in the stadium's changed again, and you can see now Aberdeen have a wee bit of confidence. They're in the next round of the cup. They just need to make sure that they see it out now.
Well, they're not there yet. I think there's another quarter of this match to go. You would think they can get the job done from this point. The man up now, 2-0 up, as McGinn steps away from Olisanya over to the far side. Side football forward to Charles Cook, now up against McIntyre. Level with the 18-yard line. Shinnie and Frame covering. Charles Cook gets it in field to Just. Squares it there to Watt. Nothing to lose for Motherwell now, really, as Longalo picks up into the area. He's up against Devlin. He goes for goal, and Broadfight puts it behind for the corner. Good effort and good play, positive from Longalo, who was excellent against the Dons on Sunday, as Ibrahim Said waits on the touchline, and he will replace Elijah Just.
I think there's one eye on Saturday taking Just off. He's been good tonight. He goes, I was speaking about it, Cameron eliminating people and driving with the ball. Just does the exact same thing. And listen, Motherwell have had to sacrifice their discipline a wee bit with shut pulls and different things with their yellow cards because of the areas that they've lost the ball in tonight.
Well, they go to St Mirren on Saturday. They're still very interested in the very top end of the Premiership. As we go into the business end of the season, it's remarkable. Motherwell still in that position, 10 points off the leaders' hearts. And played a game fewer. If they could get back to 7 points, it'd be remarkable, wouldn't it?
That would be incredible. When you speak about Motherwell being 7 points off the top of the table at this stage of the season,
going into March, yeah, I mean, it's remarkable.
But not only that, Liam, it's great for our game. There's 4 teams in that points difference. It's brilliant.
Struggling in the Scottish Cup here though, as Said gets a shot away and Broadfight is able to comfortably hold on to it. Once again, Motherwell pressing the game. 2-0 down, they've got to somehow find a couple of goals in 20 minutes. Given what they've been up to this season, you wouldn't put it past them.
I just like, sorry, you know, call me a dinosaur.
I know it's coming.
Call
here.
me a dinosaur. But in that, where Aberdeen are just now, 2-0 up, they've got Olisanya. Why not just work on the second ball? Just play it up. Has Motherwell got big, tall centre backs? No. Surely Olisanya is going to at least make them not have a clear header, and then your midfield can get out. Instead, they're messing about at the back once more. You know, with the goalkeeper playing it to a centre back. Is that mandatory when you do the coaching courses nowadays? That you've got to do it.
Yeah, but Motherwell,
otherwise you lose your badge.
Yeah, Motherwell have actually got two right backs playing centre back. That's what they have.
Yeah.
Two experienced right backs having to play in a makeshift position just now. You see them through.
Elliot Watts just pinched it off Cameron, and he's found Said, who's going to roll it to Slattery as they approach the Aberdeen box. Out to the overlapping Longalo, fires it in, it's deep, it's too deep for the two strikers in the middle side, and Maswinise. It has dropped to Charles Cook wide in the right side. His attempted cross is cut out by Frame and out for a Motherwell throw-in down by the corner flag on the far side. They're certainly playing like a team that feels it can get back into this tie.
A lot of belief out there from Motherwell, that's for sure.
Charles Cook on the far side again, manages to roll it back down the line, and it's Said dancing into a central position. It's behind Longalo, who is going to be able to keep it in play on this near side. Little back heel down the left side for Said. The challenge coming from Shinnie. Said spun away from Graham Shinnie there, and Devlin helps out as he prevented the corner. No, he hasn't. Corner down by the tunnel main stand side for Motherwell, who trail Aberdeen 2-0 into the final 20 minutes.
The biggest disappointment for Motherwell, they've not tested the goalkeeper. They haven't had a shot that's made them make a save, or they've had a lot of good play, a lot of good bits of possession, lots of bit round about the 18-yard box, but they haven't made them make a save.
Well, this is why they had so many draws. They had 5 draws in a row in the league. Even if they turn a couple of those into victories, can you imagine where they'd be right now? The position they find themselves in is fabulous for them, but they could really be in the mix. They might still be, given the consistency they've shown in the Premiership this season. They've lost half the number of matches Celtic have this term. It's a short corner taken there to Said, and then rolls it out wide, comes back to Said, attacking the box, little spin away from Shinnie, and then back it comes to Charles Cook. Sweeps it with the right foot down the left for Slattery. Back to Charles Cook, and he's fouled by Palaversa. Oh, now Andy Palaversa is another one of these most booked players in the league, and he's just picked up another one.
See, again, come on, switch your brain on, for goodness sake. Nowhere near the ball.
He's nowhere near the goal either, but they are now. He's just fired across the face and no takers. Wonderful ball in from the left-hand side of the box there, and Brockveit is really relieved to see that from Charles Cook fly past him, and there was nobody in Motherwell colours able to turn it home. My goodness, what a ball that was.
Yeah, I mean, giving away the free kick, switching off, not being organised, not being disciplined. I'm telling you, they're riding their luck, Aberdeen. And the way it's going, then you're still not discounting Motherwell to get one back. And I'll tell you, if they did get one back, oh.
No, absolutely. Then the jitters for
Exactly.
Aberdeen for sure. A team that can't defend, and prior to tonight could barely muster a goal. Save for the 6-2 over Livingston here. As Shinnie's fouled, back defending his own box. Longolo with the challenge, Aberdeen with the free kick. 2-0 they lead, 10 against 9 here at Pittodrie.
Looking for a start here, Liam. How old is Shinnie?
That's, well, 34.
33,
He's 34 now, yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's covered every blade of grass tonight. He's been everywhere in that pitch. Everywhere in that pitch. But I think now, Willie, being that age and being that experienced, having won the Scottish Cup twice, it's a case of, right, use 2 centre-backs, play into El Lasagna, play forward. Goalkeeper, we're not building out for the back. Go and play forward. We're there. We don't need to do any more work. We just need to make sure we keep a clean sheet. Go and play in their half.
Yeah, agreed. Just use his experience, to dictate the game, dictate the play, and that's what Aberdeen have to do, and they've not been doing it, and it's Motherwell that are dictating the play.
Now, what a chance it is for these two clubs out there when you consider the 2 Edinburgh sides are out. There'll be one of the Rangers Celtic will be out, but here come Aberdeen looking for another. Palaversa pulls it back to Nisbet, facing away from goal, back to Cameron in his effort straight down the throat though of Matty Connolly, who holds on. And it stays Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 0 on 74 minutes. You've got one of Rangers or Celtic going out. Hibs and Hearts are both out of the cup. Aberdeen in a brilliant position here to put Motherwell out. It's a great chance for the Dons to defend their trophy, isn't it?
It's a wonderful chance.
Regardless of their league form.
It's a wonderful.
And Maswinisi's got goal side of McIntyre. He's through here. He's away from Milne. He's hit the post. Comes with a left foot shot. Bounces back off the upright. And Aberdeen clear through frame, though the offside flag's gone up anyway. It stays Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 0.
It still tells you something.
Definitely. That's how easy it is. That they can get back in the game. If Aberdeen get back in the game there, if Motherwell get back in the game there, Aberdeen are under severe pressure going into the last 15 minutes with a goal, and obviously we know what the form that Motherwell are in. They never give up and they keep going.
And you can bet that the crowd will start to get a bit nervous as well, and that will translate onto the field of play as well. And then you're questioning the players. Have they got the character to stand up to that?
It's with Reagan Charles Cook over on that right side, driving down the line he goes, taking on Mitchell Frame now. He's got up to level of the 6-yard line. Has he won the corner off Frame? No, he's kept it in. Was obviously going for the goal kick. It's gone out for a throw-in, I think, to Aberdeen over on the far side. The Dons leading 2-0. A bit of activity on the Aberdeen bench just now, so there might be changes coming for them. pretty shortly. He's had a good night actually, Regan, Charles Cook. He's another great option for Jens Bertalascu. It's a free kick that's been given actually for a foul on Frame as he tried to win at least a corner down there.
But even although Maswanisi was offside, there wasn't much in it.
Yep.
He takes on McIntyre, and then if you watch Jack Milne runs beyond the ball, and you know what he's going to do. He's going to take it inside, and he commits himself and allows Maswanisi to take it inside and have the strike that hits the post. But I mean, he is offside, but you think at this stage now that Jack Milne would learn a little bit more about positional sense when you have to deal with a situation like that.
This is and it's still unbelievable, really. It's the first time Motherwell have conceded more than one goal in a game since that League Cup semi against St Mirren back in the mid-autumn. Albeit a lot of this game they've played a man down, whether it was 11 against 10 or as it is now 10 against 9. It's with Palaversa turning away from Slattery, gets it up the line. Olasanya can't get onto it. It comes all the way through here to Connolly, the Motherwell goalkeeper for tonight. He has it, just controlling it, rolling it under his right foot, midway inside his own half, under no pressure. Clears it with the right foot, looking for Charles Cook down that far side. McIntyre's covering, and then helped out by Frame. Down goes Charles Cook, no free kick. Now it's the Motherwell supporters' turn to complain. Cameron nicks it out to Devlin on this near side and up the line to Nisbet. Nisbet's got options ahead of him. It's a woeful ball though. He slices it all the way through to Connolly with Frame and brilliant space out wide in the left. Less than 13 to play. Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 0. Here's Longolo for the Steelmen, midway inside the Aberdeen half. He's chopped to the ground by Nisbet, and Motherwell have a free kick in an area where they can put the ball into the Aberdeen mixer.
Yeah, they have, but again, it comes from careless play for Aberdeen. The good possession, they don't need to risk the pass. They've got men up and they try a diagonal that goes straight through the goalkeeper. Now they need to defend their box, but I just think Aberdeen should have a bit more quality in possession, Willie.
Oh, without doubt. I mean, Kevin Nisbet, you know, the pass is on to Frame out on the left-hand side. We've got to be able to execute it. So disappointing that he can't execute it. He's not anywhere near finding his teammate. And at this stage as well, you know, if you're not confident in finding a teammate, then take the touch forward, try to make it an easier pass for yourself. And you're right, it's a quality now. Quality of thought and quality of, you know, play and quality of execution.
It's difficult to know, just looking at the match, that one of these teams is a man down.
Yeah, and only got 9 on the pitch. It is, but Motherwell looks so organised. You can see they're only playing a back two. They've got McGinn and O'Donnell. Yeah. O'Donnell's the 2 centre backs. That's all they have. But Connolly comes that high off his line. He's almost like a third centre back for anything over the top. So Aberdeen need to clip it into the middle too. But you look at it, Motherwell are safer in possession and have more controlled possession than what Aberdeen do with a man less. When they had 10 and when they've got 9, it's great coaching from Motherwell point of view. When you look, all the players want the ball, they know where they are. The only thing that they'll be upset with, and it's a big thing by the way, is they haven't tested the goalkeeper and they've not had a lot of shots. Yeah, that's been a major disappointment for Motherwell tonight. They've got just over 10 minutes of the normal time to try and rectify that. 2-0 down, long ball from Connolly out to this near side, comes off the head of Devlin and out for a Motherwell throw-in, level with the Aberdeen 6-yard line. Change coming for the Dons. Nisbet off, Lazetic on, and Motherwell are going to make another change in Sam Nicholson. He's going to come on for them. He's so long out with injury. A spectacular breakthrough at Hearts, went out to the States, returned to Scotland, and he's going to replace Charles Cook, who, as I mentioned earlier, has had an energetic evening. Lazetic comes on. Willie, how impressed or otherwise have you been with Marko Lazetic?
Not greatly, to be perfectly honest. I think he's got a lot to learn in the game. He's got talent, scored a magnificent goal down in Paisley. But for me, he doesn't think about the game nearly enough. He doesn't make the right runs. He wants to be competitive against a centre-back when he doesn't have to be. So hopefully, from an Aberdeen point of view, that he doesn't do all the things I've just mentioned.
Here's Said for Motherwell. Rolls it back out wide right to O'Donnell, midway inside Aberdeen territory. Can Motherwell find a route back into this? Maswanise, it's a poor touch from him and allows Palaversa to lump it clear. And that was just a ball battered up the pitch in desperation. McGinn gets it from Connolly. Connolly picks up his midway inside his own half. Now he will be left to rue that ball into the midfield in the opening couple of minutes that ended up in the red card for Priestman and Aberdeen's opening goal. Nisbet, Geiger then sent off. 10 played 10, Motherwell with a better side. Then had Liam Gordon sent off early in the second half before conceding that second from Shinnie. As Aberdeen won it back on the far side, deep inside their own half. Cameron, Palaversa wanted too long on it. He doesn't have that long in Scottish football, and now it's Slattery rolling it to the edge of the box, and his efforts scuffed and comes right through to prop fight. He doesn't even have to make a save in the end, he can control with his left foot.
You're talking about Motherwell having 9 men. They lose the ball in the far corner, their side goes in a dribble, loses the ball, straight away they pounce, they go and press, try and get the ball back. They're all after it. They've got 9 men. They go and win the ball back right round the 18-yard box, and they get a shot at goal. They're not out of this game yet. They've still got a chance of getting something from it.
Yeah, I mean, they should be out of it, that's the thing, but they aren't. As Palaversa gets it from Cameron just inside his own half, shifts it to his left for McIntyre, and then back to Palaversa, to McIntyre.
You get 2 strikers, not one of them are moving from an Aberdeen point of view.
I mean, we can all see that, can't we? He's come out to this near side, Lazetic. He's faced by McGinn, former AC Milan player, rolls it back infield to Cameron, and who's found Shinnie, brilliant ball. Graham Shinnie rolls it to the left side of the box, it's framed, it's wide, it's 2-0 Aberdeen, 82.5 on the clock.
Better though, you know, it's a poor finish. It's a little bit of thought going into the game, and you know, link play as well. You know, a bit of control from Aberdeen, and the framed shot as well over the bar. That was a disappointing aspect of it, but not nearly enough of that type of play from the home side.
Elliot Watt for Motherwell, midway inside the Aberdeen half, rolls it out wide right. It's with Saeed infield to Watt. It's 83 on the clock, 2-0 to Aberdeen, and a free kick to Motherwell about 25 yards from goal. It's a foul by Jack Milne. The ball had gone, I didn't see a clear view of that, don't know how clumsy or otherwise it was, but it's resulted in a Motherwell opportunity here.
It is, it's quite far out though, isn't it? I don't know, what would you think, nearly 30 yards there out, but you know, it is an opportunity, whether it's, you know, played in for a teammate or whether it's a strike at goal. Yeah, I think it was a misunderstanding between McIntyre and Milne.
Well, they're taking a quick free kick into the box. Chance here, potentially. Oh, that'll be a penalty. Surely Olasanya's challenge. No penalty for Motherwell.
Not yet.
I'll be amazed if that's not looked at again. Here they come, Watt, Longalo, left-hand side of the D, finds Maswanise, oh, not quite, Devlin's there, and he shepherds it behind for the goal kick, but I will be very surprised if this doesn't end up in a VAR review for a penalty here.
It looked pretty similar again. The defender goes to try and win the challenge, but goes to the ball and as he tries to stop, it looks as if both feet just go on the surface, takes the striker out, and again, I'll be very surprised if it's not a penalty. He's kind of slipped on the ball, to be fair. Olasanya didn't notice that as we see it on the replay. He's touched the ball and then he's gone down. But I mean, we saw Oscar Priestman slip in the opening couple of minutes and he was sent off.
I don't think that's a penalty though, to be honest. I think he's got control of the ball, and even though he slips, he's got his foot in the ball, he's turned, and it's a turning movement that's made them slip, and whoever the Motherwell player was has actually ran over the top of him and went to ground. So for me, no penalty.
Sivert Hilton-Nielsen's come on for Lyle Cameron meantime for the final 5 minutes of the 90. We didn't see the slip really from up the back of the stand here, John. It wasn't until we saw the replay there. So the correct decision? Yeah, definitely correct decision. You can see it. Olasanya wins the ball, he drags it, but then he loses his footing. But the ball's protected, but also the Motherwell player's not getting any chance of getting the ball at all.
No, and he just falls over, Olasanya, doesn't he?
Motherwell have it with O'Donnell, rolls it back to his keeper. Short ball forward into the midfield for Watt. We'll turn it to O'Donnell on the right. The Motherwell bench, they were all up in arms about that. Maswanise flicks on, does he maybe not got a touch onto it, but it's a chance for Longalo, drives into the Aberdeen box, his attempted cross is blocked, breaks back to Maswanise, looks up, chips it in, the header from Milne, And that's going to go behind for a Motherwell corner over on the far side. Still it's not done. Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 0 on 85.5.
It's not, and there's no press from Aberdeen at all. You know, it's always a second thought as a press.
Short corner, played into the box. Breaks back out to that right side. Little flick from Slattery, opportunity for Saeed. He's at the byline. Inside the area, stabbed away from him by Graham Shinney. Captain stepped up and he's launched it forward to Alisanya. He's going to chase it. Forward he goes, but brilliant covering back by the Motherwell defender as well. Longolo, who we know Alisanya's pacey, but my goodness, what a burst it was from Longolo.
What a race, what a race.
Yeah.
And when you see Alisanya's pace there, then that just 100% Liam Gordon. It's a goal scoring opportunity when you see pace like that. But Longolo, wow, as soon as he opened his legs there.
I thought he was outstanding on Sunday, Longolo. I couldn't understand why he didn't start tonight, to be perfectly honest. He's a machine.
Yeah.
He's powerful.
Terrific
He can use the
engine,
ball.
yeah.
He's got good skill. He crosses it well. I mean, he's got everything going for him.
To throw in Aberdeen on this near side. Devlin bowls it down the line, over the head of McGinn. Lazetic trying to hold off O'Donnell. And he gives it away straight to Watt, but he's passed it straight out the pitch. As he know it's gone the other way. It must have taken a nick off the Aberdeen marker. Comes back to McGinn. And on this near side, he goes back down the line to O'Donnell, who goes back to McGinn. 87 played. 10-man Aberdeen 2, 9-man Motherwell 0. And it's the visitors, 3 minutes plus stoppages away from exiting the Scottish Cup, who are in possession. Out to side wide on the right, infield to Watt, squares it right to left to the centre circle for Slattery. Side foot with the right out to this left-hand side for Longolo. Forward it comes, back to Slattery. O'Donnell's up the pitch, now it's with Longolo, left-hand side of the box. Rolls it to Slattery, takes a touch, goes for the far corner, he's not far away. He draws applause from his manager down below us. He's maybe just a foot wide of that right-hand post, and it stays Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 0.
That's what happens when you sit off. And Aberdeen have no press whatsoever. You know, John, they're at that stage where they're frightened to go, and they don't go, you know, in pairs or in threes or as a team. So they just sit off, and Motherwell are just passing the ball past them. You know, they're just like they're just like bowling pegs. They're just standing there, and the ball is just constantly getting passed round about them.
The interesting part for that, what Willie's saying, that Motherwell just passing it and Aberdeen just standing there and no got a press. Tony Docherty comes right out of the dugout there, and he's actually encouraging him to get out against the ball and go and press it. But it's going to take someone within the pitch to tell them, get up to the ball and manage it.
Mills made a mess of a header, and then there's an opportunity for Motherwell as they come forward. There's a deflection, and Brockvight's effort to save from Nicholson's shot is a simple one in the end, because Nicholson had an effort which was deflected. It looped towards the goalkeeper, who holds on, and it stays Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 0. But it's another attempt on goal by the Steelmen, who have not given up the ghost, even with just 1 minute of 90 left and trailing by 2 goals and a man down as well.
Yeah, for the first 85 minutes they'll be disappointed with the amount of shots they actually had at goal, but for the last 3 or 4 minutes they've just had constant shots. They've not made the goalkeeper work hugely. There's been deflections and just going past the post, but they're now threatening the goal, which for all the possession they've had has been great, but that's the end game. It's
too little too late, isn't it?
But there's still no pressure on the ball here for Aberdeen in their half. They're just sitting in.
It's unbelievable. Deary dear.
Challenge from Nielsen there on Watt. Finally, from an Aberdeen point of view, as Nicky Devlin springs forward, and Aberdeen have plenty up and supports now with Alisanya on the right foot, and his efforts a comfortable save for Connolly, and it stays 2-0 to the holders as we approach the stoppage time. Here come Motherwell forward. It's Watt rolling it with the left foot to his right, and it's Nicholson out to Saeed wide on the right touchline. Well, I can imagine Askew will be talking about how proud he is of his players afterwards if they are to go out, as appears likely. And what an effort they've put in. Short ball towards Longolo's cut out by Nielsen. There's going to be 5 minutes added on. We're into the first of them. The Scottish Cup 5th round tie on Sports Sound, the BBC Radio Scotland. 810 medium wave extra on digital and online at bbc.co.uk/Sports Scotland. Just a few minutes away then from the quarter-final lineup being known in full, and it will be Aberdeen to go to Dunfermline in the last 8. But they've been made to work, or perhaps not working hard enough, in the eyes of the two guys to my left here, who there could be more effort being put into pressing the match here. It's always dangerous against Motherwell. It's a good job they've got the man advantage right now. Saw what Motherwell did even with a man down against Rangers a week ago. Score 2 in stoppage time. You would think that would be wholly unlikely. Devlin wins the throw-in for Aberdeen deep inside his own half. It's been a good performance by Motherwell, but Aberdeen, it's all about the results, all about getting through, isn't it?
It absolutely is. You know, that's the most important thing, you know, in a cup tie. But Pierre will be disappointed. I mean, he'll be delighted, but he'll be disappointed in the same breath as well.
Lasanya's robbed by Saeed. He had an opportunity to play in Palaversa. Motherwell ransack him and have it back with McGinn. Flicks it with the outside of the boot to Slattery, moving into a central position. Well, it's a lovely ball from Masvanise, left hand side of the box. He's at the byline. Can he set anything up here? No, he can't. It's a good challenge there by McIntyre, who wins it back for the Dons at the byline inside his own box and gets it forward to Shinnie, who rolls it to Olasanya. A chance to slip it out wide left. Instead he turns and goes back the way to Devlin. Long ball looking for Lazetic, goes through O'Donnell. Out comes the goalkeeper Connolly, turns it the ball there to his right for O'Donnell. Again draws applause from Jens Bertalascu down below us.
They've certainly been brave. They went with a back two for a full 40 minutes, and to be honest, I think Connolly said one save to make. So he's been brave and he's applauding his players, but I'll tell you what, the coaching staff will have to take applause themselves, because they've made a cup tie of this, down to 10 men after 2 minutes, and again in the second half down to 9 men. It's certainly been a good game. It's a competitive game.
Yeah, no, it absolutely has. As Nielsen and Milne combined to clear. Aberdeen look like a team that need a manager. I know Tony Docherty's back, but can they defend this trophy with an interim in charge? Is that possible? It looks like a team that needs a manager.
It looks like it, Liam.
You've got 4 teams in a title race, so
too many L's in that sentence for me.
You've got 4 teams in a title race, and 3 of them will be out.
Absolutely.
So there'll be 3 out. So you've got Aberdeen, Dundee United will severely fancy themselves for a trophy.
As will Falkirk. And a couple of others. It's Masvanise for Motherwell. He's going for a goal, but it's straight through. Brock Wright, who holds on. We played 3 of the 5 minutes. Aberdeen 2, Motherwell 0. Motherwell are heading out of the cup tonight. A rare defeat, a rare dark spot for them in what's been an outstanding season, and goodness knows what's to follow for them. Aberdeen will go through, but it's been Motherwell have been the better side across the 90 plus minutes, despite the fact they played much of it a man down. But as the Dons know, recent experience last season, it's all about being in the hat for the next round. Obviously the draw's been made by this point. Slattery comes forward for Motherwell. Longolo with the cross, cut out by Devlin. Nielsen just gets rid of it, dumps it out to this near side. It goes out for a Motherwell throw-in level with the Aberdeen 18-yard line.
No urgency there for Nielsen either. You know, you think, get on that ball, get on it sharp, and then just, you know, clear your line. You've got 2 strikers up there, by the way. Hit one of them.
It's going to be very interesting to hear what Askew in particular makes of the 2 red cards his team suffered tonight, as Olasanya turns it into the path of Lazetic. We're in the final minute of stoppages. 2-0 Aberdeen. Lazetic on the near side, into the midfield for Palaversa, who leaves it for Nielsen. Crane was in space on the left. Nielsen turns it to Lazetic at the edge of the box, and then has it nicked off him like candy from a baby there. Paul McGinn winning it back, the edge of the area. And Lazetic, look at the body language is terrible as he saunters back up the pitch, having lost possession at the edge of the Motherwell box.
I know what he needs. I can tell you, I know what he needs. He needs a bit of a rollicking. You know, at this stage of the game, there's no one out there giving him the message.
Well, that's the final whistle at Pittodrie, and the holders take another step towards defending their trophy as they knock Motherwell out on a tempestuous night at times here at Pittodrie. Early controversy as Oscar Priestman was ordered off for denying a clear goal-scoring opportunity as he slipped and hauled Lyle Cameron to the deck, with Cameron on his way through on goal. And Kevin Nisbet stepped up, took the free kick and found the net with it to give Aberdeen a priceless lead early in proceedings. But there was more to come, and whilst Motherwell didn't threaten prop fighting the Aberdeen goal in that first half, they did receive the boost as Dennis Geiger was sent off as well. The new Aberdeen midfielder on his home debut took the long walk after a lunge, a high boot, and it was 10 against 10 at that point. And then into the second half, yet another red card, again early in the second half as it was in the first. Liam Gordon, Scottish Cup winner in 2021 with St Johnstone, sent off for hauling down Olisanya. That was also deemed to be the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. It was in the centre circle though, and that's where Askew's complaints will come from. Graham Shinney made the tie safe for the Dons with a fine finish into the right corner of the net, and that ultimately settled any real nerves amongst the home supporters, who won't have been impressed with the performance from the Aberdeen players. The Motherwell fans, I mean, it tells the story. Both sets of supporters are applauding their sides. The Aberdeen fans right now celebrating with their players for going through to the quarter-finals. The Motherwell players taking the acclaim from their fans. Yes, beaten tonight, but just 10 points behind Hearts with a game in hand. The fourth-place Premiership side could have a big say in the title race in the next couple of months. It's going to be a fascinating watch from that point of view. They can now focus all their attentions on it, and the upcoming game in Paisley against St Mirren at the weekend. For Aberdeen, their league season might be petering out. They'll hope not to have to look over their shoulders too often in the weeks to come, but they've at least got a Scottish Cup quarter-final to look forward to as they look to go back-to-back. They will go to Dunfermline Athletic at the start of next month, because it finished here at Pittodrie. 10